Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. We're going to get right back into it. So, what speed are we going to travel now?
Fast. It might preferentially.
I don't know.
Fast.
I mean, so I don't make any suggestions.
Now that we have
you gotta knock it over.
an extra person, we should be going fast.
I feel like
Are we aware of the extra person?
I'm
I
and
am.
you're not.
We are.
These
And
two are
I
the only
feel
ones
like
aware of it.
We're gonna
Dawn
wait.
Strider was at least alongside, and I just kind of flip the reins and go off, and I feel like you'll take that cue.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like we would kind of be going fast
Problem is-
away from that dilemma.
I think we'd take a few hours of fast,
Yeah, we're not
and
going
then
to
we would
full
go
rest.
back to normal after a
Yeah.
few hours. So let's say the next 2 hours are fast.
Well, so the next 2 hours are the last 2 hours of travel before you start working on exhaustion.
Okay, then the last 2 hours of today are going to be fast travel.
Okay.
So about an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Well, let's go to the end of the 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
And she's
Just to be
down
sure
for
you
this
guys
one.
aren't being followed, and like in case you are being followed, she's not discovered.
Yeah.
They
she
still
stays
don't
down.
know. Only Oren and I know.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting right next to her and probably like, just stay down.
Yeah.
I'm just like taking up as much room
so
as I can to make it look like
I'm going to
I'm-
lead. This is near the end of the 2
Space.
hours. Are we making any checks before we end?
Because if I can
No.
see out the back,
Okay, so
yeah, I'd be
nearing
keeping
the
an eye
end
out.
of the 2 hours, I'm going to start looking for a body of water.
Okay.
To set up
Go
camp.
ahead and roll perception at disadvantage.
So I'm laying in the back right next to the tiefling girl.
7.
That you don't know is there.
Nope.
No
4.
4. All right.
Fuck.
Wait, it's been 2 hours?
Can I also do perception?
It's
Because
been
I'm on
2
Dawn
hours.
Strider.
Alright, so can I do a perception check as well?
For what are you looking for? And what are you
Well,
looking for?
because, I mean,
I'm looking for a
move those?
lush green place for us to rest.
No, like
Personally.
oh,
Yeah.
The chips don't matter on the table, dude. Make it
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I
Okay,
was
so we don't
thinking.
want like smorgasbord on the. So you're looking for a lush green place to sleep.
For everybody to set up camp for
What
the
are you
evening.
looking for?
Roll perception.
I-
Disadvantage.
Well,
At
I'm just
disadvantage?
thinking I might move around a bit,
You see that?
and so
It's a
I'm
9.
trying to roll perception on if I notice the tiefling
It's the 9.
girl in my.
Okay, give me
Wait,
1 second.
perception?
So yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
13. At disadvantage. He watched me.
Okay. So
Because that's a 14, and that's definitely not what I
yeah, there's a nice little like outcropping. You see it off to the right. of
I
the
point it out,
path.
but I'm not making a way over there. I just say,
It's like a meadow. If you see it, there aren't a lot of stumps. There's some dirt, but it's mostly grass.
I point it out in passing so that it's an option for everybody to decide on.
Okay. And then, did you roll perception,
Oh no.
dude? What is going on?
He's having a hard time.
2.
try coat me your dice a little bit. Oh, rest in peace.
Zero.
So
Zero idea that you've got a tiefling.
I'm just gonna, since I couldn't find any rivers, I'm probably gonna see if we can continue riding until we see a river or a lake.
We're gonna take a point of exhaustion though.
The possibility of a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, I'm recommending we do because we will be pulling from our food stores, which are important if we don't.
Am I more knowledgeable about the map and area and like would know if there's any kind of body of water nearby?
Not in this area, but you
Okay.
can roll a nature check
What
at
about me?
disadvantage if you want. You can roll a nature check.
No, but would I know? Because I would have had to travel this road to get to
Yeah.
to
Yeah, you can roll a nature check.
ships.
From
Ship safe.
Victoria.
You can roll a
From
nature check.
Victoria, yeah.
At disadvantage for me though.
Both of you.
We're
okay.
traveling fast.
Yeah,
so
I know. I'm just.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I should
Ah,
probably
7
just-
and an 8.
yeah.
So nature you said?
Yeah.
So 9.
Wow, a 4 and a 5.
So the 4 plus.
A 5.
5.
9.
A 9. A 9 is just enough. You think there's a river off behind the campsite somewhere, but you're not sure.
So
But
if you'd
because
like
of
to
the-
move, that
Because of the lush green, there's likely a source of water somewhere.
Okay. Cool.
I say we go with my guts and go that way.
So you guys gonna stop at the campsite that was pointed out,
There's possibly a source of water. It's cool. Yeah.
or are you gonna keep moving?
We could keep moving to a more stable source of water if you want, and exhaust ourselves a little bit and get a little further, or we can stop here.
I do
believe
err
in
on the
my
side
instinct.
of I err on the side of caution, so I want to take a break.
I said we keep going. Water can't be too far.
You literally just.
Are
You
they-
just sit here
No,
and
I
say
said
the
I knew
opposite
it
of
was
that.
over there, right?
You said
So-
it was past the meadow that we were looking to stop at.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying
just
that
past it. Like
I don't mind keeping on
by
going
walking,
to
you
get the
could
water.
get it.
Oh well, if
You
we're
wanna
here
try and
then.
roll to
Through the
perceive?
meadow,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I
there's
don't know.
possibly a
Yeah.
pond or a lake or a
Okay,
river on the
so-
other side.
If we're here, then perfect.
What about you, Amano? What do you have to say about it?
I say we continue on. I don't think there's anything, funny that's gonna happen from here on out. Nothing that I've unaware
Well, we don't
of.
want to be exhausted.
It's 4-1 on stopping here.
We can stop for a while, I guess.
We'll set up camp for the night.
You just kind of make the decision for everybody. You're like, we're stopping.
So I'm going to set up my personal tent in the meadow. I'm gonna clear out the area, make sure that there's no snakes or things that are going to kill me.
I'm chilling with that. No, I'm doing the same thing.
You don't find
I-
anything.
Cool.
It's mostly flat grass.
I make my way to the back of the wagon to retrieve my items and check in on somebody.
Am I grabbing my stuff?
Yeah,
and
like,
seeing
your
someone,
cloak.
or am I
That's up to
perception
you.
She's
checking
wearing your
again?
cloak.
No, it's up to you.
dude.
What do you want to do?
She's wearing
It's
my cloak.
his cloak, so as soon as he moves it.
She's under your cloak. She's not
Okay,
wearing your cloak.
so it doesn't take any perception for me to
You
move
literally
my
just-
stuff and
Whoa!
see her.
Yeah.
Can
But
I
we
roll
are
to
also
see,
right next to her,
Can I
so-
roll to see if I keep my sanity right now?
It's not
am I
sanity for
freaking
you. Don't
out?
have a sanity check. He
No.
has a sanity check.
Oh yes.
You have an anger check.
anger. So, am I?
Why would you be angry?
I actually am not
Shock.
angry.
Would you?
Shock.
Would it be like
Shock.
an instinct, like
At the most, you
Point
probably
weapon
like
at
grab your
person.
blade.
Yeah.
yeah? But
that's not-
we were
that's
also
not a
right there to
check
be
yet.
like,
Well- Okay, so do I?
Yeah. It's up to you.
Here's what I can ask if I can roll. Do I roll a perception check to see if I see who it is because it's kind of dark?
It's
And
not
so
getting
I
dark
don't-
yet. It's like dusk.
So I do.
there's
So
still
I.
light. Yeah.
With enough light to comfortably set up camp for the night.
Yeah.
Plus, we can all
All right.
see pretty
So
adequately
I-
in the dark.
So
Yeah.
now I set the scene. I remove this stuff and I see a
And there's another tiefling.
woman. Just and I'm
She does
like,
it. She does this.
Now, Amano, I know what you're thinking.
No,
Hey,
no,
she's
no,
into
no.
trouble.
yeah, no, we were both just trying to like.
Well, I'm more
it's not that
confused
big
than
of a-
anything else. I'm like, can I help you?
I feel like she would have been just like, you already have.
I walk over and I say, I didn't know nobles talk to their. Whoa, what is that?
Just because she didn't know either.
I was coming to make fun of him, and then I'm like, oh my god!
Can anyone explain why there's a tiefling woman in my?
We're just
Well,
chilling.
we're
In
both
fact,
just
yeah.
like.
I'm gonna come over hearing the commotion too.
And you find the tiefling woman in the back of the cart.
She said she wasn't happy, and we're gonna make her happy.
She was an indentured wife. We had the opportunity.
And she stops you. I chose to marry him,
But she wasn't happy anymore. And
but he changed.
If you want to tell more stories around the campfire, so be it. But help us set up camp, and we'll talk later.
Sure.
she's just like,
I don't mind this at all. It's just quite
Um,
shocking.
as you guys set up
I
camp.
wish someone would have told me
Can
the
I dig out
hours
my-
that we were.
disguise kit. I have clothes, a costume, and a disguise kit.
Right. So you're in
I
your
have
clothes.
an extra. I have a costume and a disguise kit. Can I take off pieces of whatever costume this is and clothe her?
Yeah.
Because she's in a fucking tube top. Yeah, it's gonna get chilly.
Well, she can also.
She's
wear
actually this
clothes.
beautiful pink tiefling.
Oh, I'm personally in love.
It's like
Papreyka's not.
I don't know if there's a good there's no good there's nobody here where it
her dress.
The dice.
it's a little bit more pastel than her dress.
Oh, I'm in love. Oh my god.
And her
Oh,
eyes
It's the cloud.
yes.
The cloud on the DM.
She light pink.
The pinkish cloud.
And her eyes are a bright baby blue all the way
Oh,
across.
she's gorgeous.
and she's got one. So one of her horns is still full, but one of her horns has been chopped.
Huh.
As we're setting up, can I ask her about it?
Oh, this was an accident from my childhood.
Well, I think we'll all be telling stories tonight, so if you want to share.
I'm like
We're always
quiet,
keen
but like
listeners.
keenly
We'll see.
observing. I'm like, wow, I actually don't feel like talking all the time right now. This is weird.
There's so many things going on.
Yeah. This is the most my brain has been
So
stimulated.
as you guys set up camp, I need everybody to roll a d10.
D10.
Populate. 10.
10.
Almost rolled the wrong one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
6.
5.
You all have. I was having you guys roll for tinder boxes, and you all have your tinder boxes.
Yay.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, why wouldn't we have them?
I was
Don't
just
Maybe
checking.
lost along the way.
Maybe lost along the way. That's all. You needed a 2 or less to have lost it somewhere, but
Oh, we're all good.
Cool.
just had to make sure.
Yep.
So you all have tinder boxes, but tinder boxes don't necessarily have flint and steel. Another thing to worry about. But as you're all set up, you're putting the campfire together. You guys are kind of like going through your tinder boxes, and she just kind of, whoosh, starts the
Lights it.
campfire.
Nice.
And now she's wearing. What was your costume included in? What was included in your costume? What was you
Alright,
wearing?
I think I will.
Because I have a feminine outfit, my
Oh, and tell him
costume
that
is
you're
masculine, and it's built for my bigger body type. So even if she's taller than me, it'll still probably fit her. At least the top, because you said she was wearing puffy pants, but still pants. So
Yeah.
I probably just gave her the top. It's just a kind of like a tunic top.
Okay.
Just kind of plain, nondescript, because I.
That way she doesn't freeze her tits off
And
overnight.
Big.
is Amano also going to lend her the cloak?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give it.
She can permanently have that
give
top.
Yeah, no.
Go
It's
ahead
like,
and mark it out of
what
your
happened was
disguise kit.
when I took the cloak off her and they explained it to me, I just like dropped it back on her. Like I didn't care, but it
wanted
was
to get it back
because I
first.
gave it back to her. Yeah.
So-
I'm in the corner of the camp, like
So she has my
de-armoring
cloak.
from all my armor, so I'm like taking everything
And
off.
it's all chainmail, so
Getting
it's like
all
you have to like slide it off. And,
Okay.
Slide
It's not too
to the
bad.
left,
Downtown.
slide to the left.
What?
Making my way
Slide.
there.
but
I'm
it
singing to
takes
myself
about
in the corner.
it takes you
I
about
don't know
5
why
minutes.
I totally imit. That's why I started.
I'm probably also de-armoring with her, so we're just kind of sitting
It
there.
takes
We're
you about
talking
5
out the
minutes. Quick question. Can I just have each of you who has metal armor roll a d10 for me?
This.
I don't have metal armor.
You have leather armor.
Two leather.
Neither of you have one. Okay. I was gonna say, do either of you have one of those like wooden stands that you hang your chainmail on?
We don't. We
Oh
have trees.
no! I'm gonna walk over and I'm throwing it over the side of the wagon,
Okay.
or actually, or somewhere in my tent, or just somewhere impromptu. I'm not gonna carry around my wooden stick to hang my shit on.
Scale mail is metal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would do the same.
Yeah.
We roll the d20 right here.
D10.
D10.
And you could roll a d20 and go it in half, but
7.
you do have one in your pack. You have it's it's 3 pieces of wood, 1 plank, a standing one, and one that's a T-cross that you just hang your armor on when you're not wearing it. Where'd you put your armor?
I'm gonna. What are our tents made out of?
Just canvas.
Canvas.
Sorry, I didn't see the check. Who all took explorers packs?
I did.
Me.
I think
I
you
did.
all did.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Corbin.
Corbin took the priest pack. Or
Oh
the
yeah,
holy
I have
pack.
candles and stuff. That's
Okay.
a little
He
different.
gets the alms box.
Okay,
and
so
whatnot.
you 4 have
Big
tents. The
Yes.
priest does not.
Boy, you share my tent with me. We're both small. It's fine. Sleep feet to feet.
You have a big tent.
I do. For small
Um,
people, I have.
So
big
where's your
tent.
armor going?
It's
I have a
going
tent
in
with,
my
like, my
tent.
city crest on it. It's like a
folded
fangirl
up
tent
near
for-
the entrance of the tent.
I was going to.
I have a blanket.
But it's set up in a way that I put a
I can
cloth
see,
over
yeah.
it so it
I'm
stays
literally-
dry, doesn't rust. Or I'm
I got
doing
you.
protective
I won't be here
measures,
for
you know.
like
Venati, where are you storing your armor?
I am going to fold up my armor neatly and store it in my tent, which has a little city guard emblem on it. Like, it's like my fan gear. Like, everything I have is about the city guard. But I also want to offer that the tieflings stay with me. Or a tiefling guest.
Come sleep.
Be like,
Figured she'd be more comfortable
what's her
sharing
name?
with a woman.
Do we know her name? By any chance?
Oh,
We'll get there.
We haven't asked.
Okay.
Do we
Yeah,
have
that's
like
fine.
how many tents do we have? Do we each have a tent?
Four,
We have 4
except,
tents.
Yeah, Oren and the tiefling
Unless
woman
she
does not
has
have a
she
tent.
doesn't have
I
a tent.
offered Oren to
So-
stay with
She
me
has
because we're
nothing.
both small.
As I come
we'd
back
fit.
from my tent, I notice the tiefling girl kind of sitting and chatting with Papreyka.
I'm just going like, your horn got messed, man.
And she's
That's
kindly
rough.
explaining the story and such. And I start
That's
to
rough,
approach
but-
her. And my intention is to invite her to stay in my tent for the night.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
While that's happening, I'm feeding the horses again. All of them.
Okay.
They're getting oats this time.
I'm
How-
setting up.
Each time I feed them, how much do they take?
That's like a quarter pound
So
between
now
the two of them.
we're at between the two of them.
What about the
between the 3
horse?
of them, I'm feeding.
The horse takes a quarter pound by himself, so it's a half pound total.
So I'm down to a half pound of grain and a half pound of oats, or 3/4 pound of grain because they didn't feed their horse.
Right.
You didn't want any grain.
But now I'm feeding him oats. So now I'm a half pound of oats, 3/4 a pound of grain, and then I'm gonna give them each an apple. So I'm at 4 apples.
And I'm just starting to set up my tent because Amon is a little slow at setting up his own comforts, but he definitely intends to sleep alone tonight. Whether something happens, I don't know, but he intends to have that tent all to himself because he likes his own tent.
He's like in the corner, like, I
We're
want my
gonna be
tent to
coming
myself.
across
And
Bickle
everyone's
Way.
like, no
Like,
one wanted
we're
to
gonna-
sleep
they're
with you
probably
anyway.
towns.
No, I know,
Well,
exactly.
no, but there are towns
Well,
and
it's
settlements
like it hasn't
between
been
there.
mentioned, so he's
Oh, yeah.
just, I'm
Like,
just
I
saying
would
he's
not have
intending
survived
he's intending
my
to sleep
journey to
alone.
Shipshaven
That's
Like,
true.
if
he's
there
going
had.
to set his own tent and
Well,
have
you're
his own space.
you
I know I can live
nature.
off the land mostly, but I'm still gonna need like
That's true.
protein and shit and like.
berries.
I have ration.
Yeah, but I was
we
saying
could
like
not-
there have to
Protein
be
berries.
towns from where we are now to Bickleway or like settlements or
So-
something
From the
pick up.
meat bush.
to pick up new stuff. Because like how else will people travel in this area?
Where are you storing your armor? It's not
it in
going to
our
fit in the
tent.
tent with both of you.
No,
Thank
put
you.
it in a wagon.
The wagon.
Yeah, I'll put it by the wagon. Or not, I'll put it outside my tent. Just outside.
Like standing at attention.
Instead of B's
Yeah,
10.
standing at attention right outside of B's tent.
And my tent is very
So I
it's
can
been
hear
patched
different
up with
moves.
different like fabrics a little bit, like the patches on her skirt. And she's written in like quickly with paint that she probably stole and then had to return property of Papreyka, and then in like smaller words, and pepper.
That's cute.
I have a very basic tent. It's just
Yours is the City Guard fangirl tent. Mine is the I'm quirky crafty girl
Amano's
tent.
tent is like bougie.
Bougie.
Like
Yeah,
silky
that's
purple
why it's taking me a little
black.
extra time, but I also
Because
was a
normally you
little
don't set
lazy
it
to
up
start
for
setting it up.
yourself.
Yeah,
It's-
I
I
don't
love that.
normally do that. Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
exactly.
But it's also
He should
bigger
roll
than the
to
rest.
see if he sets it up well, and if someone needs to help
It's
him
a
set
little
it
bit
up.
bigger than everybody else's tents.
Maybe I should
There's a little more
stay with
spacious.
Cameron, or Amano, you should roll to see if you set up your tent, or if you have to ask for help.
Should I?
I think that'd be great.
I'm okay with that.
Roll a survival check.
That's a. Oh, but I'm really good at survival. But I'm a Sandre baby, so yeah. All right.
even -1 on survival.
What? Nat 20, guys.
He just
He should be excited that he can
Okay,
set it up
I've
himself
never
and
done it
tell us,
before,
and
so
then
I'm a
realize he
bit
sounds
hesitant to
babyish.
do it. But then it's like, just clicks.
So just for the sake of brevity, he like takes it out of the bag and he's like, "How do I do this?" And he like throws it on the ground, and it's like spring loaded, so it just goes.
Oh, sweet.
I love
You
it.
have an automatic
That's
tent.
Oh, so
So-
dope as shit.
Go ahead and mark down that your tent is
Auto
Self setup.
setup.
is an auto setup.
It's a pop
What does it
lock.
auto take down?
It's called pop and
love
called
it.
a pop and lock tent.
She got it snatched.
Amon got tent.
Oh dear lord.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
So after you guys are done setting up your tents, you sit around.
They're already
The campfire in the mid.
I wanted to approach just before we all gather. I wanted to make the offer to the tiefling girl for her to have a spot in my tent.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I'll take you up on that.
She's so soft.
I'm like, of course, I naturally make people comfortable. Not that I assume that you liked me or anything, but I think we could get along really well.
She just kind of giggles and goes, "You're cute."
I'm gonna check on my horse now.
And Paprika's just like, just like she's watching the interaction as she's like, she had been speaking to the tiefling girl, and she's just kind of looking between them like, yeah.
I just like spin on my heel and I'm like, and then I like stiffly walk over to my horse.
If I meditate, like right now by the fire, is my sleep lighter?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just
Like more perception
I feel
while you
like
sleep?
Because my guy's crazy and he meditates and prays all the time, just as a priest. He is a light sleeper.
If you're napping, yes, but if you're doing a long rest,
long
you need
rest.
to actually sleep.
Okay.
You don't have any racial traits too, so we can't do
You're right.
those.
Were you gonna say something?
No, you were going to say something.
I was, and then he opened his mouth, and I didn't want to interrupt
I
again.
was breathing.
How dare.
Mouth breather.
I want to, after Venati kind of goes, and spins away, I want to turn to the tiefling girl and be like, well, that was Venati. My name is Papreyka. What might your name be?
I had it. Forgot it already.
Something cute. Strawberry. Her name's Strawberry.
Are you sitting around the fire?
No.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to her.
Oh, so also Orin's by the fire.
So Orin also
Yeah.
just witnessed this
Yeah, I'm like sitting
weird
and praying.
flirtation.
I will also join them at this time too.
As I'm asking her name.
As she's asking the name, I'm gonna sit by the fire as well. After feeding the horses.
The horses.
I am Calspira.
Calspira.
Huh.
Can I call you Cal for short?
I prefer Spira.
Spirit.
And Spira, you got any dietary constraints that I need to know about?
Both ladies in our
I'm
party
a
in love
vegetarian.
with
Cool.
another lady.
Are you pescatarian? Do you still eat fish, or is that just
Vegetarian.
She's romantic.
In my rations,
yes.
do I have vegetables
Yeah.
and shit?
Yeah.
Well, I can also go.
That's
I also
Foraging,
don't
yeah.
give a shit about that stuff. So like you don't have to mark off your
Yeah,
rations.
but it's
You just
sweet,
assume what's in your
though,
rations.
that he wanted to ask.
Yeah.
I give her one of my rations, their vegetables.
And she's, does anybody have a cooking pot? I can cook.
From afar, I go, I have one.
I have a mess kit as well.
I happen to have one.
I feel like it's got the city guard emblem on it too, and everything.
She gives her hers, I give her mine.
like, it
I
was a
also. Do you know how to cook fish?
I do.
I hand her.
Well, that's a little weird to have a vegetarian like.
Well, no.
As long as she's not consuming it.
I mean,
Okay.
she probably, if just as she's a vegetarian doesn't mean her whole family was. So.
Well, I know, but it's different making a vegetarian cook meat than eating it around them. Like it's different.
Oh, I can cook fish, absolutely.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to clarify the difference.
So she gathers your pots and pans from your cooking kits, and she actually ends up making probably the best camping food you've ever had. She does manage to find the river. It's just half a mile away from camp.
Cool. So I make note of that for the morning.
She did not go alone. Who went with her?
I did.
Okay.
Up to you guys.
It
You
makes
guys both
sense.
wanted to
for
go
you.
with her?
I would go
She would
with
probably say, "I'm gonna go look to see if there's water," and you said, "Me."
water.
So
I
Orin
always swim
and
free.
Nemo accompanied her to the river before you all sat down.
Is this after night?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
The-
I'll light one of my torches.
Okay. The walk was not. It is now.
Gotcha. It was dark by the time you got back.
God. Oh, so we're back in.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I don't.
You
need
have
to light a
returned
torch.
to the camp, and the cooking is done. She's made a wonderful. She took the fish and put the bones in the water, and made like a stock, just out of camping. And then she boiled potatoes and vegetables in it. It seems like she's okay with eating that. And then she took the fish and squeezed some olives from your rations kit into the pan and fried the fish skin side down.
That sounds
So basically, there's something for everybody.
Since I offered her some of my rations, should I go down 2 ration kits?
I don't care.
We all have rations.
I really don't. I always assume you guys reapply every time you
Yeah,
get.
like I could go forage
So
for
food
you.
doesn't matter. We just have food.
Yeah.
As everyone is settling down for the meal, I would like to
I come out.
have Papreyka sit in to go. I propose a game while we eat. I would like to play 2 honesties and a farce.
Spear goes, I love that game.
It's one of my favorite. It's a get to know you game. And since we have a new person to get to know, I figured 2 honesties and a farce was pretty good.
I do love winning games.
Yes.
I also am quite good at 3 Dragon Ante.
Huh?
If any of you have that a deck of cards.
Do I have any cards?
I did on another person, on another character.
Darn.
I don't think any of us
Nope.
do.
Oh well.
We are not normally the gaming type.
I like Papreyka's suggestion. I say we play that game.
What is everybody's charisma scores? Highest charisma goes first.
3.
Plus
Oh,
4.
one.
Is it
3.
plus 4?
No, your actual score.
Oh,
Act
16.
17.
18.
11.
14.
Way low.
18. It's me. Since I proposed
It's actually Spear.
Oh damn.
How dare?
No, it's fine. We want to know more about her. So
I
let
did
me-
roll a 20 though because I thought we were rolling.
I will go first.
Pull that out as your next roll.
She thinks for a minute. I am not from Ardengard. My horn, she points at the horn that's missing, was a dedication to my god. And my marriage was happy until about 6 months ago.
I'm going to call farce on the second one. You spoke just moments ago and you said it was an accident in your childhood.
Anybody else?
That's my vote.
I know you may have to a
I think that's
situation
about right.
You talked about it earlier, so I don't think it's that one. I'll go with the
Can
other one
I
as well.
can I look at her and see what composition of tiefling she is? Like, does she look like one that would be from this land?
Go ahead and roll nature.
History?
17 plus my nature, which is 0.
17.
17. You would know that tieflings aren't inherent, like most of the tieflings you've seen in Ardengard look like her, but you also know that they're not naturally from Ardengard.
But I kind of look at her.
They've immigrated many generations ago, but they're not inherently from Ardengard.
Got
They
it.
did not evolve here.
Is
But
she
I look at
sitting-
her and then I look at Amano
Well, I'm also a tiefling.
and I look at you. It's the second one.
I want to lean over and persuade her to possibly give me a hint.
In a cute way.
Yeah, and like
Oh.
So you're
and like man, this old city guard is getting a little tired, you know. This differentiation game. I think I'm gonna need a little more to go off of before I make my choice.
Roll performance.
Because you want to know more about her.
11 plus 2, so 13.
She kind of gives you a sly
It's a
smile.
little goofy. I
Roll
feel like
insight.
instead of it being like suave like she meant it, it's a little it's cute and a little oh no.
1
Bad inside game.
with no natural insight.
Ooh.
You're gonna get some information that may or may not be true.
I heard that. I'm sorry.
I smirk and I go, I don't know. I have no idea what she's even hinting at.
So, why don't you guess then, Venati?
You didn't
I
introduce
asked her
yourself either.
while Venati's guessing.
So she just knows you.
I say, could you repeat the first one again? I didn't quite hear.
I am not originally from Ardengard.
All right.
This is perfect
Yes.
music for this
Then
scene.
I believe that the first and the second are both lies.
One of
Two
them's
truths and
It's
a
2
lie.
honesties
Yes.
and a farce.
Oh, 2 honesties and a farce?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie.
Oh, well, then
You can still guess that if
I
you
still
want,
believe.
but-
I believe the one in the middle question, or the middle answer. The horn is a lie.
We've
Though
all
I
guessed.
usually like to go against the crowd, I'll settle for the second two.
Well, you're all wrong.
Dog.
So you lied to me earlier?
I did. I'm sorry for that.
She feigns her, like she's obviously not serious about it.
Right.
She's like, oh,
Nice.
my
I just want to
my
say
sensibilities.
I did almost pick another one.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you almost picked another
And
one.
she goes,
You're
I was born in Red Hawk, in the Silver Keep. I am from Ardengard. That was the lie.
Ah, so it was. So
So, who's next?
Do you want to just go clockwise? I'm kind of guessing this is how we're sitting.
Yes.
or
So
are we
you are
going by
directly
charisma?
across from her at the campfire, so you can just like stare into her soul.
Sure.
By the way, I just want to point out the food she made will give you the ability to move fast tomorrow without any negatives.
You get a. It's a. I'm sorry, my mind immediately went. You are gas powered.
I'm eating mine kind of like properly to the side.
Oh, don't
but,
think
like,
she doesn't notice.
But halfway through, I'm kind of like, like my tiefling kind of like takes
Oh,
over.
I
Alright.
eat like disgusting from
Oren,
the start.
why don't you
Like,
tell us your two truths and a lie?
Well,
Like a fistful in and then out.
Literally.
I have always been in good faith and good fortune with the church since I was young.
I had to. I forgot one. So now I have to think.
It makes sense. Your character's having to think about it.
As Oren is thinking of his,
We should all be.
she passes. She takes those olives that she squeezed earlier, and so everybody roll a d10. Tell me if you guys have any like milk or cheese.
I have.
You have cheese. Give me a second.
5.
8.
9.
Okay, so you two have milk in your packs.
Why would you just carry milk around?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just go with a mono because it makes sense because he's
I
a
wouldn't
noble.
have milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have fish
and
oil.
What am I?
Do you have milk? She points at you.
You gonna make olive milk?
Yes. Here you go.
She grabs it, puts it in a different pot, and begins to stir it. And you have cheese, right?
Yeah.
Here you go.
She takes the brie, she throws it in the olive oil.
Olive oil?
Yeah, she squeezed more olives.
You mean the olive juice?
Sure.
The oil made from juice and the juice made from.
I can say that I've had better than this meal at a campsite. And I traveled a lot when I was younger.
What was your first story again? I always don't catch the first thing.
I've always been in good favor with the church.
I love how we're just both of us like right.
Two truths and a lie. Right?
Spira goes, I'm going to say it's the first one.
I'm going to say it's the last one.
I'm going to say that the second one is a lie.
There's no way you've had a better meal than this. That's a lie.
Exactly.
And then I look over at the tiefling. The thumbs up.
Oh, I meant to say I can't say I've had a better meal than this one.
This was the best.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh.
I can't have two lies.
Well,
I'm
then-
gonna say the first one.
Wait, you're
as
gonna
well.
have two, but
as Spira.
but I thought it was two. There's two truths.
Two truths and a lie.
Yes. I'm
She
saying
said
that
he
this,
hasn't
this
had a better
meal
meal.
is good. I can't have two lies.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Just
So,
me.
Sorry, I
yes.
might have missed.
Oh well, then
Misspoke.
yeah, we both stumbled over that. We're
We
like,
both stumbled over that
no,
and then
yeah. I'm like, oh, I changed my mind. I mean, sorry, I misunderstood. I meant, you've traveled a lot and you're a youth. first one.
That I've always been in good faith with the church.
I don't think that's true. I see a little crazy in you.
I think
That's fair.
that's the lie as well.
And what about you, Fair Nemo?
My first love from
No.
No.
His guess.
Oh yeah, this is first.
No.
Oh, okay.
You're going.
No,
first.
his guess. Are you guessing
Yeah.
for his? Oh,
Yeah,
you
he
said
said the
first.
first one.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Well, you guys caught me. I was a bit mischievous when I was younger.
I remember the stories you were telling me earlier.
Oh, I know you would know. I thought you'd keep it a secret.
Do any of you guys have ale out?
I would.
No.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Sure.
Cameron, you probably have everything.
One.
You're the noble.
You have wine, not ale.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm a good girl. I'm drinking just water.
I know a perfect wine that would go with this. I just so happen to have it.
May I partake in your wine?
Sure.
I'm
I
vibing with
She
my
holds
I
it.
actually have another glass that I bring out.
Oh.
We're all just swooning over this tiefling.
We are. Oh my
I'm
God.
just. Oh, she reminds me of my mom. Because my mom is of red coloration.
She
Then
reminds me of my
actually,
future
yes. Let's
wife.
go with Nemo's. 2 truths and a lie next.
All right.
Two
So
honesties and a farce.
2
I took
honesties and a farce it is.
so long to come up
Honesties
with
and
that.
a farce.
My lost love from Shipshaven was a being of the water, from the sea, and it ended quite tragically. My second is I went diving one day and found a cave full of minor riches that I used to buy my boat. And my third is I've been eluded ever since I lost my first captain, since a ghost fish.
I choose the first.
As will I.
I choose the third.
I'll go with the first.
Haha, you are all wrong!
You didn't get him.
I didn't actually say anything.
Oh, you did?
But I choose the first, so we are all wrong.
Haha, you're wrong!
I was kind of.
I kind of swish my glass. I actually lost my first captain to this barracuda. Is named Zersky. And it was quite the mighty battle. He was pulled off ship and dragged for hundreds of feet and many knots. And it was quite terrifying, you know, to see a man eaten by a barracuda.
How big was the barracuda?
About yay big, maybe longer.
Oh no, they're telling fish tales again.
And after the fact, I was always told by my captain that if he was to pass, I was his next of kin, technically, since he adopted me into his family and whatnot. So I was given this ship, and I named it in his honor, the Zertsky.
Syrinscape. Ah, an epic tale, for sure.
I would like to know Venati's. 2 honesties and a farce.
So would I.
Whoa.
Well, not to brag or anything, but I'm sure this will be easy.
Yeah, you'll never do that.
First, my nickname as a child was Terror Teeth. Second, I can squat every member of the guard, full weight, twice, with armor on. And lastly, but not least, I am extremely lactose intolerant. Go on, I bet you would guess.
You see the tiefling look down at the currently like congealing pot of milk that she was going to turn into a cheesecake and goes,
Don't dump it out.
But we can eat it.
I have a question, a very important one for clarification. Are we talking about the morning guard or the evening guard? It really makes a difference.
The evening guard are a bit heftier folk.
Morning?
I'll admit that. Just morning.
I'm gonna go with 3.
Yes.
I say 3 as well.
Yes, don't scorn the poor woman.
I'm going to say 1. I don't think anybody could think you were terrifying.
That'll go with 3. She's pretty scary.
Babe.
Live in the same town.
Oh,
The small number was like, I don't know, man. Well,
Papreyka? Did you have a get? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
I said the lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant, yeah.
you're
I said
all
don't-
incorrect. I cannot squat every member of the guard twice. One of our morning guard is on the hefty side. El Dito.
Forgot about him.
Oh, Dito.
He works both morning and evening.
He's quite the hard worker. That's probably why he has so much
Yes.
Gusto.
Big it.
gusto, muscle.
As a child, I remember.
Don't you look at my notes?
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Saw that.
I love it. As a
Orin
child,
getting into some.
I do remember the first time that I smiled in front of a group of children. They were telling jokes and stories, and I was painfully shy, so usually I would just sit and enjoy, but not interact. One of the children said a joke that really got me laughing, and when she saw my teeth, she said, "Look! There's something wrong with her!" And immediately the rest of the children turned and they started laughing too.
And then you kick their teeth in to make them have worse teeth, right? Yeah?
Well, I'll say I definitely didn't control myself in that situation.
Yes. Mind
Good
you,
times.
I'm about 6, maybe 7 cups of ale in.
Yeah, so he's
Your
like, come
your
on,
barrel
right?"
of ale is half empty now.
Yes.
But anyway, it's not important. It was a long time ago. It's not like I still remember it. But yes, I am also very lactose intolerant. I don't just drink my coffee black because I like it.
I'm so sorry, Venati. I was going to make us a cheesecake.
Just because she's intolerant doesn't mean she can't eat it.
Yeah, I've
She's
known
not
plenty.
allergic. She
There are
just
some
gets
battles
rumbly
worth
tumblies.
fighting for.
Hey.
After that meal, I think this is one of those battles because I do not doubt that this is a dessert of
Exquisite.
champions.
She takes the stuff out and she puts it in another. She she took a barrel like a bucket with you to the river, and she puts the pan on top of it, and it kind of psss, and you see it's gonna take about 15 minutes. So while the last two do their 2 truths and a lie, it's gonna congeal and turn into almost sorry, 2 honesties and a farce.
2 honesties and a farce.
It's gonna congeal into like a dip, and now she's cutting bread into slices to dip in it. You don't really know where she got the knife from, though.
We're kind of okay with it. We're like, we like her.
No question.
She had a chance to literally stab Warren in the back on that 2-hour wagon ride. If
Facts.
she really
She can
wanted
hold
to.
back.
No matter who you are, you want something to defend yourself.
Yeah,
That's
or an
something
animal,
I'll take
yeah.
to the grave.
Amon could have gotten killed easily. Anyway.
Yeah, you
Yes,
were
no
totally
I'm
perception
admiring the prowess
whatsoever.
of her using the knife, and the thought doesn't even pass my mind where it's like, she had a knife the whole time. I was just like, she's good with
She
that
probably
knife.
kept it in like a shoe or.
Exactly.
She had flowy pants. You don't know what's under there.
True. And
Who
the
would
glue
like to go
check.
next?
I speak up and I'm like, I think I am next for this game. Alright, so the ruler of my country her name is Queen Mumi. And I actually have a very deep connection with Queen Mumi. I've known her for all my life, and she's known me for even longer. Well, I mean, even known of me for longer than I've known of her. And my second story is that, or my second thing is, I have slain 2,000 souls. My third is that I am on a long journey of self-discovery, and this is my first stop on that long journey.
Second one's a lie. I've seen you in combat.
Paprika chimes in. Yeah. Paprika chimes in and she's like, no, you really did trip over yourself the last time, so I'm gonna say no to that second one.
I believe you. I'll go with the third.
But I'll go with the first.
I think you know who you are, but you're trying to reinvent yourself.
She sees into your soul.
I cross my arms because now I'm like, he's getting attention.
You realize that like 2000's like half a continent, right?
All right, so has everyone said their
This guy
answer?
couldn't even use his own
who said
weapons.
who?
First, second,
First,
and
second,
third.
second,
Second.
And third.
and third. Well, I'm sorry, the third one was the truth. This is my first stop on the road to self-discovery a little more, but the second one was a lie.
Haha.
5,000.
Did we have a doubt?
Nothing can get
No.
past me.
It's
2,000 souls is like half a continent.
Yeah.
over 5,000 souls.
Ah, looks like he's
That's
telling
still a
another
lie.
lie. You can't add an
Yeah.
extra lie to your
That's
story.
still a lie.
You can't tell a lie on top of your lie. You're supposed to come through
Well,
with the truth.
it was. I had in mind that it would be under the amount. Yeah. So I thought it was more. So maybe 3,000. So I've
That's
slayed 1,000 more.
Actually-
I'm trying to say.
No, here's the thing.
This
right?
isn't the first place I've been to outside of my continent. This is just the first stop on my journey.
You can still be
Right.
lying to
So
us
that
to
was
sound
a,
cool.
So that was a truth.
It's just
and
the-
the first one was a truth.
The thing is, the entire population of Ardengard is only like 7,500. So you're talking about wiping out an entire
All right. Okay.
continent
Maybe.
of
Okay.
people.
I'm thinking. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Like even 500 is a lot.
It's like a hell.
Let's go with like 250. You've fought 250 people and have
won.
and
Okay,
have won.
You've cleared out a village. Pretty
I
much.
wanted. Okay. Then what
then
I
some.
was trying to go for, I was kind of like overstepping the
It's okay.
numbers.
We didn't- we
But
never
I was
discussed
trying
this.
to say that I was
We
more.
did.
Yeah, I
Okay,
get that.
Cool.
And you.
So
the thing
I
is,
said over 200 souls. Then.
okay,
I
you can
didn't say over
still you can still
2,000.
be lying to try and be cool.
That's what
I
I
am.
was saying. is-
Okay,
But
okay,
we're
I got
just-
you.
We're
I got you now.
clarifying with you. That
But I was
just wanted to
trying to
clarify.
lie in the opposite way to make it cool. But I guess I even then it's like
Me and Captain Nemo just look at each other and we're like,
And now,
sorry, keep going, keep going.
and now,
What was it? A continent of ants?
and finally,
I am a little embarrassed, but I'm like
my yellow pigmented friend.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Yes, it is. So, here are my 3 complete total truths. My honesties. My mother's met purely by chance. Onions are my least favorite vegetable. And I looked a lot different as an infant.
I definitely imagine you as an infant.
But
To not steal as much, so I could see how the outfit change would play in. I'll go with that one.
3.
Yes. 3.
You believe 3 is a lie? That I looked a lot different as
No,
an
I
infant?
think it's true.
Then what is the lie?
you said.
I'm gonna go
say
with number
onions
2.
Were your favorite or
My
not
least
your
favorite.
least favorite?
I'm gonna go with number 2.
Onions.
Onions.
I'm going to say number 2.
No using meta knowledge on this.
No, I was
I'm
gonna.
not.
I
No,
was
no,
gonna
not you. Him.
Produce an onion and just.
Roll intimidation.
See if it works.
A 2.
No ideas. She's stone faced.
I want to know what
I'm 10 cups of ale in.
You've got 2 cups of ale left in that barrel.
It's got to be the onions. Stew.
it's got to be the onions.
Just put it
Everybody
on a
said
bright
onions.
face.
I forgot
I don't
what
see
one
how
is, but
anyone
I'm
doesn't
saying
like
1.
onions. I think it's 1.
I'm gonna go 1.
That her mom's meant completely by chance.
I don't really remember what 1 was, but I chose it.
We're drunk. We don't
Okay,
know.
who chose what number?
By we, I mean you, and I'm
2?
empathizing.
2?
And they both chose 1.
1
But-
was actually correct.
I am victorious
We
again!
always win.
No, but we're trying to. Oh, it was,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you're
Yes,
like,
the
no,
lie.
we're seeing the
I was like,
false
what?
one.
Yes,
I can't lose
Tiefling,
again.
you have lost again.
I should go into the pro leagues of this game.
And with that, she passes. She
We're
puts
not gonna-
piece. What?
I don't get to tell the story connected to my.
Oh,
Go
by all
for
means,
it.
go for it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else got it.
You just gotta start
There you go.
talking.
I was trying to not talk over everybody. Like,
You're good.
Go on.
Keep going.
you know, they didn't meet as by chance as much as anybody can not be interacting with somebody else by chance. They lived in the same town ever since they were girls, and they grew practically up together. They were separated for a couple of years while one of my mothers joined the guard and was sent off on an expedition. And my other mother worked as a baker. But they did find each other again, not by chance, but when my first mother returned to the village, they decided to become partners. And then they were chased out of that village
You hear
for
Venati,
being partners.
You hear Venati start to sniffle, and she goes, "It was fate."
Not chance. Fate.
Written in the stars.
Oh, we're crying now.
And with that, she pulls the pot off the top of the bucket and puts slices of bread around it, passes it.
I wipe away my tears.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Onion cheese?
No,
I mean,
it's
olive cheese?
no. This is she put sugar in the milk and made like a
Cheesecake
cheesecake dip.
Oh.
So she passes it around. And
I'm going to feel
tomorrow,
this in the morning.
each of you will get 1d4 of inspiration on one of your rolls.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Any roll you see fit.
There's an inspiration box at the top if you want to use it.
just wrote it down. Well, I mean, shouldn't Venati take?
She's gonna make a Constitution saving throw when she eats
I'm
it.
going to have to.
Not like it
I
tastes
soil
bad or
my
anything.
armor because I'm deciding to go for the Lexus.
So it was plus 2.
Oh my
Dish.
gosh.
Plus, you're getting 1 inspiration die.
The good
Oh,
thing is
okay.
my constitution is hardy, so.
As this is being passed around, can I actually pull out a sketch that it was made of my mother's?
Sure.
Okay, so it's like a family portrait. You know, I'm in it as a baby. They probably had some like wandering like traveler starving artist type sketch it up for them. You know, and it's a very, very tall, a little bit buffer, darker pink, not so much magenta, but like more reddish pink than red or pink. Tiefling. And she's holding the baby, looking a little concerned, but you know, like still trying to smile, but also like, and then there's a very not very short, but comes up to about, you know, like tit level of the tiefling, is a half-elf woman who is like lean, but like even in the image you can tell she is buff beyond belief. And as she's passing this image around, she goes, "Yes, the tall one, that's the baker. And the short one, she was the guardsman." And she's just like, "Those are my mom's." She
I'm
won
like
her over
still-
with baked goods.
I'm like emotionally invested. I'm like, oh, I love it.
I'd fight alongside that woman.
Yeah.
And where are they from?
They had to basically escape their village. They were thrown out for being in a relationship with one another. So we lived in the forest just outside of Bickleway.
That
You
is
see
true.
her expression kind of drops a little bit.
Oh, is something wrong?
Have you not heard
No. Heard what?
the attack on Bicklewhite by the Gnolls?
We haven't heard a thing about that.
And so Papreyka's just kind of like trying to process. Do what you will in this time, but she's.
Can you tell us how much damage?
I
What have you
finished
heard?
my last glass of ale and I kind of look over. May I have some wine?
So as they are in
Roll a
talk,
Constitution saving throw.
are all three of you?
At disadvantage.
Oh my gosh, you gotta
I'm just
be
acting
at
drunk because
disadvantage.
I'm empathizing with them. I'm
8.
not actually
Okay.
drunk.
Oh, Constitution.
I'm sobered
Saving
up now,
throw.
though, because
Saving
of the
throw.
conversation that's about to happen.
10.
10. What is it? It's not balance in this game. It's
Athletics, acrobatics.
athletics. Roll athletics,
See what's
also a
about to go
disadvantage.
Nat 1.
Oh,
You're falling over backwards.
Oh.
and
Off the
you're
bench.
asking me for
Do
wine?
I save my cup or do? Is
You
it
saved your cup.
As that's all going on,
To answer Amano's question, she describes how what seemed like an endless stream of gnolls threw themselves at the city gates until they fell,
You already filled it.
and then that the city itself was ransacked.
what
But
about the
it still
surrounding
stands. She doesn't have any information about the surrounding area, but she has visited Bicklewhite within the last couple of days.
And it's destroyed, basically.
It's not. I mean, it's about the same condition as Shipshaven was. Like there was stuff.
It's a smaller
damaged.
village, though.
It is. Well, so the city that you're going to in Bicklewhite, because Bicklewhite is the principality.
Mm-hmm.
The city, like the capital city of Bicklewhite, is East Haven. So East Haven has suffered some pretty severe fire and raid damage.
Well, as he's doing his little intoxicated ground dance, I
With
would
the
like
cup
to
of
roll
wine
for my
over
hide
Mitch's.
ability.
Sure.
The cup of
Just
like
the action,
bit of ale
the
that you have.
ability.
No, I
not
finished the
to
ale and you were
physically
pouring the
hide.
wine.
Oh, and
as
I was about to
one of
pour
the
the wine,
things
and I was like, I'll let you.
Okay, roll a d20.
I have like half
You
a
want
cup
10 or
of
higher.
wine, That's it.
Okay. 19. Plus what? Is there an addition or just what? I get to do what I want with it, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the DC is 19. Everybody roll perception minus you.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
To
you're
see if you
out.
see what's happening.
You're out.
I'm looking at the stars.
19. Not
4.
19.
And this is perception.
Yes.
10.
What'd you roll?
Oh,
4.
Oh, like 7.
19.
So whatever it is, you see it, Naughty.
Does she see it? Did you roll for her?
No.
Okay. So basically, as she is continuing to go on and on about the destruction that this town has seen and the whole of Bicklewhite has seen, basically,
Mm-hmm.
what you see, since I'm basically just describing it to you, is her fingernails, which are already, like at a point. They're not super long though, but they're pointed. Grow a couple inches, like into basically claw hands, and she blinks, and for like a good 5 seconds, her eyes are this crimson red, and then she like blinks again. Her eyes are back to normal, and her nails slowly, as she's like taking deep breaths, slowly retract.
All right, roll insight check.
20.
Natural 20?
Nat 20.
Whoa.
You know what's really crazy about that? In order to get what I was gonna say to you, you had to roll a natural 20.
Is
Well,
it?
give it to me.
And what is it? Can I tell her?
Did she
Do
whisper?
you want to tell her?
What?
I think there should be a certain amount of information that gets told here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
You don't get to decide that.
I don't get to decide that. I'm just asking what that would be. But now I'm going to the bathroom, so.
I'm gonna tell her.
Go for it.
Okay. Because I just wanna.
Yeah, give her whispers.
Yeah, give it to me.
This is meta knowledge.
Please don't listen in.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So I just like, with the information that I've basically just kind of put 2 and 2 together with, that I now know. No, I know that.
I mean,
I
that
just
unless you want
I
to.
just look at my cup of water and I'm like, I gotta drink some more of this.
Just water.
Like, I'm almost like not believing what I've just understood. So I'm like, oh, okay.
You're on the ground still. You have no idea what the fuck just happened.
Is that the Big Dipper?
And to avoid any sort of conflict, I'm like, well, that settles it. First thing in the morning, we're taking off straight to our destination. No stops, no
Well, I mean, it's
sidetracks,
still
nothing.
a 3-day ride out.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm saying, like, we should go as hard as we can until, like, exhaustion. I'm going to now push that we camp less if we decide to camp.
So I already said before that if you go for more than 8 hours,
Yeah, just to not.
I'm gonna go ahead and
piss
say
the
you
F
can go
off.
for 10 hours a day without having to push for a point of exhaustion with this meal.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's what I would.
So we can get to 2.5 days pretty much if
Yes.
we push fast for
Yes.
fast.
If you want to go fast from here, it would be a day and a half. Yeah.
So I'm going
Left
to.
after?
No.
Oh,
Total.
And then we could push.
Because it was 3 days at a fast pace,
Mm.
4 days at normal pace. So normal pace, you went 1 full day,
Yeah.
and
Now it's 2 days.
now it's 2 days. 2 days at a fast pace, but now that you have the extra time, you can do it in 1.5.
We could probably push for the points of exhaustion and survive.
That's
and
what I
make
want.
it.
So
Yeah.
We have to
basically,
discuss
as a
that
character,
with Amano, but
With everyone,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's just
as a
gonna sit in the
character,
back
that
and
is
like-
going to be my vouch. Is that we push for.
and Papreyka wholeheartedly is like, yes, we leave first light in the morning. Like you've never
Okay.
seen her like
my
this.
character
Dedicated to
is
something.
gonna
I'm
kind
the scary
of.
one, and I'm like, whoa, we're gonna do what this chick
Is
wants.
the night coming to an end? You think? Yeah.
It's getting dark,
You're
and
just gonna pass it out there on the
No,
floor.
he's gonna start rolling to his tent and just crawl in and just knock the fuck out.
I want to see what reactions.
Oh my gosh.
roll a d6.
Yeah. It's one.
This one. 6.
Thank you.
You picked the right
He's
one.
snoring
Zero.
loud.
Yeah, because I will get to it and be like, oh, damn it.
He's snoring.
He's getting
He's
some
out.
deep sleep.
So who is going to take first watch?
I'll offer to take first watch, and the lady can have some time to fall asleep first in the tent.
She's going to take watch with you.
Oh, then I'll go to bed.
That
I'll
night
take
swag.
second watch. Just wake me up.
So roll perception.
You basically just don't want the angry.
17.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, plus, do I get my perception?
Bonus. Yeah.
Never mind. It's a 0. So
Um,
17.
then your watch passes without incident. It's very straightforward.
Well,
Just
I don't
casual
know what
conversation.
happens on their watch.
There's a lot of chatting. It's just talking about pasts. And it turns out that they both worship Tyr.
Oh.
They have a lot in common. But unfortunately, she is eventually going to have to return to Silver Keep.
To her husband? Why?
Because if she doesn't, she can be executed.
On the road again.
If she ever ends up back in Silver Keep, if she doesn't go back to Silver Keep and she's ever found by members of the Rollins family, she will be executed. So she has to. She would tell you over the course of these 4 hours of a watch that due to the rules of the basically the contract she signed when she got married, in order to annul the contract without any consequences, she has to talk to the boss of the Rollins family.
A side quest. Let's go.
And
Side quest could also be I decide to be the guard of that city instead.
she knows a lot about the boss family, but she doesn't want to talk a lot about it. But basically what she would say is, without a proper annulment by the boss, she can be...
They're the ones who need to know this information.
Yeah.
Seems like Amano would totally be like that man like worships Amano, so like
Yeah. All right. No, we're thinking.
Ready?
Yes.
What she would tell you is that without the annulment, a proper annulment by the boss, she would be constantly on the run for the rest of her life.
So I express that I understand and respect that. Because yet again, it's within lawful bounds. So
Where in
all right.
relation to our journey is this city?
Super far south.
South? Okay.
Yeah. Like getting toward the southern border kind of thing.
Do you think she's probably gonna have to split off when we get to Bicklewhite?
She'll probably stay as far as Straybridge, and then catch a coach from there to Red Hawk.
How long would you be able to stay?
You're not awake.
Oh, I'm
You're asleep.
We're all 4 of us are
Oh yeah, sorry. The first watch is Venati and Spira. They're taking first watch.
cool. So they're alone.
getting some
Right.
cuddle
Who's
time.
going to take?
yeah.
Who's going to take second watch?
She wanted to come with me.
You're gonna take second
Or
watch.
an
Are you gonna do it
early
alone?
Yeah, I don't mind doing it alone.
Okay. What are you gonna do for your 4 hours?
I'm going to light some candles and open my prayer book and just meditate for a little while, like and listen to my surroundings and like perception basically. Just keep watch.
Okay.
I'll also take last watch because Amano said, "Well, I'll take second watch then," but he's a sleeper, so
Yeah.
they wake him up at the end.
He needs his whole 8 hours.
Exactly. He needs his whole 8 hours, but he insists, but he just doesn't.
How far into his watch is
Yeah.
first light?
It would be at the very end.
At very end? Okay.
Because I'm going off the assumption that because it was dark when you guys went to bed, it was about 9:30. First 4 hours would make it 1:30. Second 4 hours make it 5:30, which means the sun is just about to come up.
Okay. So as he's ending his watch, I kind of groggily wake up. I get going. I'm used to doing
Roll
this.
a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, for hangover.
But I do this a lot.
It's no disadvantage. Just a Constitution saving throw.
17 plus con of 2, so 19.
You got kind of bubble guts, but you're like, I can deal with it.
It's because he does this often.
Yeah.
He's just like all right, another day, another dog. And
So-
he walks back to
Amano and Nemo are up about the same time. And Amano takes watch while you go off fishing.
So yeah, I grab my fishing pole and bring my net, and I go.
And then you grab
use
me.
my skill, harvest the water, and I get it. I can catch it up to enough food to feed up to 10 people per day. So we're fed for the day.
Yeah. I'm just gonna see what the population of this river is.
Do I get anything wild that I can sell, kind of thing?
Does he fish up any like random lost items in the river?
Not in this river,
No. Yeah.
but you do manage to catch a fair amount of river salmon,
River salmon?
Oh, salmon.
freshwater salmon.
How many? Feed up to 6 people. I don't know.
We'll go with 4 relatively large ones.
4 large river salmon.
And then Amano, what are you going to do during your watch?
That's what it's called.
What's the tiefling's name we picked up?
Spira.
Spira.
She's in the tent with Venati.
Okay, never mind then. I thought Katie was up to watch and that's why they were up together, but I guess they've gone.
They
Yeah,
were,
asleep,
but they
that
went.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just
Or
go
in the
up
same
wherever
zone.
they were watching because I'm watching.
It's a
more.
tree.
Yeah.
They're sitting against a tree.
Oh, they were sitting against a tree.
Yeah.
Well, then I climb up the tree. I try to climb up the tree to get a better angle. Because
Roll
I'm a
athletics.
cool guy.
You fall out of the tree.
Well,
What is it?
It's hold on, with athletics, because I got to do all of it together. Acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
Okay.
Plus
7.
It takes you a little while, but you make it. You get up into the tree.
Well, no one saw me, so score first try.
Yes.
You guys got to roll to make fun of me sometimes, okay? Because it can't happen all the time.
It's
This
not
isn't
very-
a mono talking. This is me.
Okay. But
Speaking
you
is a
make
free
it too
action.
easy to make fun of you, so
Yeah.
Okay, so, and roll your perception with advantage because you're in the tree.
Oh yeah.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
Roll both of your d20s at the same time.
Anakin. I have the high ground.
Oh, oops. Yeah.
both of them.
Here, 2D.
Yeah.
Okay.
I loved you, Anakin.
And take the higher
one.
I imagine Kronk
Plus.
Uh-huh.
in MCC
yeah.
Groove.
10.
You know how Kronk is singing his own theme song as he's like,
dun,
that's like
dun,
you going up the tree.
All's clear on this now starting to become sunny morning. It's a little misty across the dale, but overall, it's a pretty nice day. The sun's coming up. There's not a lot of clouds in the sky today, so your watch goes on without incident. And now everybody's waking up. Nemo has returned with fish for breakfast.
Breakfast.
As everybody else is eating, I go out and forage some like berries and stuff because I hate fish.
Meat berries.
From
the meat bushes.
Spira would go with you because she doesn't eat fish either.
I'm
And then
gonna
I'm
say
like, she doesn't just
I
stay up
cook
with me
I cook
for
up
lunch, you would
one
do
of
it
the
with
fish
barely
for
doing
breakfast since only
I
4
get
of us
jealous
are
every
eating.
time. But I
You're gonna
don't
what?
'cause it's-
Cook up
it's
one of them.
paprika,
One
so
of the
I
fish?
can't.
Okay.
I let it slide. It's fine.
You're gonna have to get used to eating a lot of fish. It's good for you though. I can guarantee it.
So
Sing how I wish.
Oh wait.
she would help you pick up the fish when she got back from foraging for berries.
Where's the long rest option?
Oh yeah, we had that. Cool.
So you said you wanted to move fast.
Wait, should I have a Constitution
Yes.
saving roll because I had dairy last night?
Yes, you should.
I shouldn't have reminded you. I don't know why I did that. I got a 6. It's not good enough.
Make a dexterity
Constitution
saving throw.
Dexterity? Let's see if I make it.
What's
in time.
your Constitution saving throw bonus?
It's the little square above the long square. Sorry, to the left.
to the left, little square above the long square.
Pardon my
Saving throws.
Constitution is +2, so it's 8.
Okay.
Am I saving throw, or do I need
You still need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
But the DC is not as high.
17,
Okay.
and I don't have any pluses on dexterity. So.
Okay. You make it out of the general vicinity of the camp before you.
Perfect.
Wouldn't it come out the other one?
Yeah.
It'd come out
Yeah.
It's up to you.
That's
I'm not going to
Which one?
describe that on stream.
Just
okay.
know it was you experienced lactose intolerance.
Yes.
Not fun.
And I safely experienced a dangerous encounter with lactose intolerance.
Yeah.
Far enough away from camp.
Yes.
You go find a nice little peaceful spot. To
Away
spend
from
the
their berry picking.
Yes,
Please.
I
preferably.
happened to go in the right direction to where I didn't run into them.
All right, so we eat breakfast. We're packing up camp.
Yep.
Paprika's itching to get moving.
You guys settle here off
Yeah.
in the distance near a tree. And then I'm back and like, hey, what's going on?
Just
I just kind of point to his
I was
chest.
just on watch. Did I miss anything?
Breakfast goes by, no incidents. There's a lot of chit chat, but I know we want to get moving. So,
Paprika's like, let's go, guys. Fucking eat on the way. Let's go.
so
My mom's gonna be dead.
by all means, if you guys want to get moving,
I'm also concerned about the small ones.
Yes, and we're moving fast.
Also,
Yes.
quick question: Am I now proficient enough to ride a horse by myself, or do I still need to have
It's-
Paprika with me?
how did you ride the horse for all 8 hours yesterday?
Yes.
We spent like an hour talking.
Right, but then but all 8 hours of travel were spent riding the
And it would
horse,
be
right?
private
Yeah,
property.
she
Yeah.
was.
Were you
Okay.
riding the horse the entire time?
That you
Yeah,
were traveling.
We were. Though.
Oh well, you
Weren't
said
we?
you were messing with
She was
my
messing,
hood,
so she wasn't
so
focused
She
on riding.
wasn't
the horse.
focused on
Oh,
riding the
yeah.
whole time.
For an hour.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Roll a d20.
Maybe Paprika still wants to
See how
ride
good
the
you got.
horse.
15.
You're proficient enough to ride in front of Paprika. She
Okay.
can ride behind you.
So I
if you
go
want
up
to.
to Paprika and I go.
Or you can hold the reins.
Can I
Like,
sit in the front in front of the pretty lady this time?
Yes, of course.
I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm gonna ride in front now. I get shotgun.
wait, there's no shotgun on the horse.
Well, I was riding back, and now I'm getting
All right.
front.
For the sake of brevity, we're going to skip over
Did you
the
really
rest of the
ride?
travel because I wanted to get to something important.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Should we try for exhaustion because we're gonna push through?
I'm just gonna let you guys go and say you did the 10 hours,
Okay.
camped one more night, and then just pushed through.
Can I go to the restroom again really quickly?
Sure.
I don't know what's going on today. It's caffeine. I'm telling
I
you.
think it's the caffeine. Yeah.
My
I'm
character's having lactose intolerance.
For the sake of story.
For the sake of brevity, we need to move forward because I wanted to get to something important.
Yeah, we only have 45 minutes.
Mono and Venati are tall, so they have
Can we get
Really
a
good
bathroom counter and check?
Yeah, please. I'm
we
sorry.
should chat.
I can definitely add that.
It's been like 4 or 5 times.
Are we
Yeah.
counting it like per person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone's been.
Or like
oh shit.
adding up.
Amano and Venati are tall, so they have high metabolisms.
Is that how that works?
Oh,
I wouldn't know. I'm not fucking
P
tall.
flows down.
No, wait on that.
you're like, I'm not tall.
Something just happened.
Ooh.
I'll tell you later.
You rolled for it and it happened?
No,
Okay.
something IRL just happened.
Oh.
I'll tell you guys later
Okay.
Mm.
because it's gonna derail the game if I do it now.
Ah.
So we'll just go over this really quickly. You didn't really see anybody on the rest of the trip.
Pretty relaxed.
That's weird.
Do we have the teeth? We have the tieflings still.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's still hanging out with us.
Yes.
But as you approach the Principality of Bicklewhite, you notice that the closer you get, there are more and more kind of charred trees in this area.
I'm going to point out, or as we're riding into, I'm going to point out an area that looks safe and like secluded, and I'm going to tell Spira, we are most likely going to leave you with our horses as we do what needs to be done in this town. If
Can you
something
defend yourself?
happens, I need you to ride back here with our wagon and our stallion and just wait here for us to return.
Here, specifically?
In this area, I point to the secluded area, just somewhere safe and off the beaten path, so that way, if something happens, our horses are safe with her.
Very well. And she agrees, and she pulls it. You see that she reaches into the bat, like, through 2 flaps in the sides of her pants, and pulls out 2 daggers. Oh. I think I can take care of myself.
I didn't doubt it, but I don't want to pull you into any
Of course.
unnecessary battles. That
And
you
she
don't
puts
need to
them
fight.
back. And as she puts them back, you can all see that they're in thigh holsters.
Sick as fuck.
She can also cast magic. So.
But the
My,
only thing she's cast is create campfire.
I
Like
like
create campfire.
shuffle in my
I'm like,
armor and I'm like, ooh, it's kind of hot out here.
It's fucking frigid.
This lady is strapped.
All right, so
Strapped.
as you approach the city of
Yes.
East Haven, you notice that there is a fair amount of we'll call it ash, kind of scattered around from fires and things that happened. As you get closer, Papreyka would recognize the area and point out a small path off to the left that
Point.
leads that would lead to your family's house.
Yes, be like, so, who's coming with me? Who wants to meet my moms if they're still alive? She's very obviously on edge and, like, is like...
I'm feeling like this is one of the main reasons why we came to Bicklewhite, so
Yeah.
I'm going to...
I'll agree to go.
We're
with
gonna
you.
just kind of go off.
I kind
on
of
the
already
path.
took off. Like, if you're coming with me, you guys can catch up.
I speed
All right.
behind her.
Well, you're on the
Yeah,
same
we're-
horse.
We're all with you.
Yeah. Oh,
No, you
we're
said
still
we
riding?
left the horses. With...
I said
No.
if something happens, take the horses and go
Oh,
back.
okay.
Oh,
we're
got
still
it.
on the same
So we're
horse,
still
and
on
I
the
just
same horse?
literally like flick the reins and like, okay, it's this way.
From behind?
Follow our tracks, I guess.
You
if we
reach
get too
around
far.
Katie.
Yeah, no, I do. I like.
Full arm span. Like, her arms are as wide as they can go.
So good.
So,
like-
And we are off.
She just squished
did
up
you want
against your
to
arm,
do it
like-
now?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly why I made sure to speed up with you. So, I'm
As we
going
speed
to,
ahead.
Yeah, I turn to Papreyka and I ask, so, I noticed your temper got the best of you at camp.
It tends to sometimes. I'm a very emotional girl. What about it?
I don't commonly see nail growth and change of eye color with temper, though. Is there something I should be concerned about? Should
God,
I
I'm
roll
scared.
to persuade
Would
her
she,
to tell me?
okay,
Do I need
would
to
she
move?
roll? Would she roll like history
maybe that way.
or
Can you
nature?
help me with this?
Oh, what?
no, because it's your decision of what you tell her.
I know, but I'm talking. I'm asking about what
What
she
do you want? Pick
she
it up
would
and just
know.
to the side.
Venati or you?
Naughty.
Venati.
Because I was raised knowing all of this.
Right.
Like it was never kept a secret by my mom.
Venati would know at the very least that that's not a tiefling trait.
Okay. I'm actually going to whisper this answer to you, but we'll play it like we had a private conversation.
Okay.
Because I don't.
'Cause they
want
can't
everybody
know.
else to
Meta
listen.
knowledge, meta knowledge. This is the meta knowledge.
Meta knowledge. It's meta knowledge.
Meta knowledge.
It's meta knowledge. Meta knowledge. Meta knowledge. Meta knowledge.
There's meta knowledge.
I think I might have forgotten.
Got it.
Oh, did you?
Well, I don't really need
got
it.
So essentially, our conversation ends with me saying like I respect your privacy, my friend, and this will stay between us until you feel you're ready to tell the rest of our companions. Oh, I totally
Sorry.
forgot my home. I'm not gonna lie.
Really good.
Yes.
Wait, you told Venati something, but you didn't tell your adopted uncle? What do you mean?
Monachek who's like,
I hope you're happy.
crying.
I have a feeling I can guess what's coming up based on the setting up of.
Come on over, baby. I'm gonna smash it. Gonna smash it. Oh, babe.
We got shoved.
Got it.
There's a house.
Baby.
Yeah.
But she trusts you enough. She's like, oh.
Dude, I'm ready to go
My
this
bad.
time. I
And my
finally
character's
have
just
my
like
bow.
hero complex. I know special knowledge that not everyone else knows.
Hero
This is
complex,
great.
hero complex,
Yeah.
hero complex.
So you guys are riding the head.
Oh god, my mom's.
Come over here.
Why is there combat? It's my mom's. I feel like
That's your mom's house.
To everybody anyway.
Just gonna sneak past you.
Facts.
Oh
Just
no.
gonna sneak past you there.
We can't see those yet. We can't see these.
Yeah, you do. You're coming up.
Okay, we can see
I
them.
mean, they
oh,
look
wow, they're
large.
big.
Moms.
For those who cannot see the
I'm
table
gonna,
right
I'm
now,
gonna turn the camera around in a second.
you will. And I'll leave it at that.
Are you sure about that?
There's some spooky.
Sobs in That's My Mom's Cottage.
How far do you think we're gonna get into combat?
We're gonna hopefully finish it.
Hopefully, we
I
won't
would
even
like-
start combat.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Maybe we can befriend all of them.
Or just tell them to leave.
Or intimidate
How
them,
much
yeah.
life do I have?
That's
oh
the
my
plan.
gosh, me and you, Katie,
we
just
really
go up front.
Intimidation.
Us three.
Intimidation.
Katie, who?
All three of us just up there.
I can cast thaumaturgy quite a few times.
There was a
All right.
There was this,
Alright,
there was this
we're
move
ready.
in Sly Cooper that.
So, as you sprint, as you gallop down this trail, you see a gang of Gnolls and a troll standing outside of a cottage that Papreyka knows all too well.
Can she yell as they're approaching on horseback?
What do you want to yell?
If you hurt my mother's, these breaths will be the last you ever take.
Roll intimidation,
Here we go.
Very
The
kind.
first
and
intimidation
assisted
attack.
by Venati.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
assisted by
There's a big woman in the front who pulls out a
You're,
sword.
Her guys-
She
you
said-
They're
guys-
foreshadowing what you're gonna do
You're
later. You're
casting
behind
thaumaturgy.
Venati and you
Yeah.
have a booming
And yours
voice.
loud.
As assisted, I rolled
What's
two.
the
right?
range on thaumaturgy?
It's 30 feet.
We are right
You are,
behind them.
the
Not
wagon
easy.
cannot move as fast as the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, they're riding
We're
full speed.
pretty.
Are
Yeah,
they
I guess
farther
we're far
away from
enough.
us?
Yeah.
They're too far away to cast thaumaturgy.
Okay, that's
So I pull my sword in an 8 of intimidation.
Right.
So we're
roll
So
with
she
advantage.
rolls twice. Perfect.
We're technically off map right now.
Yes.
17. Plus 6. My intimidation's good too.
wow.
Sorry,
I'm still
my
not
brain just
intimidated.
23.
Yeah. So, they all kind of go, huh? They turn around, and they're obviously stunned, which means you guys are gonna get the first move on them.
I would also like to, since I'm not necessarily hiding this anymore, as another, I can't intimidate again, can I?
No,
Then I'll just save
not
it.
until your next turn.
I'll save it for later.
All right. Now you guys are within range.
Die.
Boom.
Boom.
Move them to move Venati and Papreyka to 2 squares away from the troll.
Or, I'm guessing she's technically a space behind.
Yeah. And then you guys are 7 squares behind them.
And
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
okay, so
Actually, in the spirit of being in horseback, I'm gonna pull out my spear instead of my sword. So just
A javelin.
yeah,
Okay.
javelin.
You
It's got a
so you would
Yeah,
still
that would
got
be
her
entirely
blade on
that would
her
just
side,
be
like-
that would be just entirely aesthetic because you can do that anytime. But she is taking out her
Yeah.
And now
for everyone.
I need
to
everybody
look at.
to roll initiative.
Rolling initiative.
And
Or
I will ask,
taking the initiative.
please hold on to it until I ask for it, okay?
Got it.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try my dice again because I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, we both rolled well. I got 18.
My,
Can you take the one with the battle axe over there and replace it with this guy?
this guy?
This one.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then place these 2 inside the house.
I would like to
Inside.
before we start battle actually, I would like to make a insight, I guess, check to see if I know any of these creatures from the surrounding area.
I was
Sure, but that'll be the last thing you can do before initiative.
Okay. I already rolled initiative.
They're too tall.
Okay, Lovely, get initiative, and then you can do that first, okay? and then we'll go into initiative order. I need to find something really quick.
We're fighting, not talking.
Well, we started with threats, and you can threaten.
Well, they're
on action.
gnolls
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
a troll, but
When he says roll initiative after a threat and they haven't backed down, it's assumed that they're not going to back down and there's going to be
Paprika was the first one on the scene, so
That's
she
true.
kind of initiated what we were gonna do, and she like
I
She
intimidated.
didn't fail. They're
You
intimidated. You
I
guys are
know,
going to get a
exactly.
surprise round before
Oh, no,
they get a
I'm
chance
not
to
saying
act.
she did anything bad. I'm just
But,
saying she
like,
decided
instead
what we
of
were gonna do,
coming-
so
Instead
she
of
decided.
attacking, we might not want to attack with our surprise action. We may just want to cut them off and scare them off.
Do you want to do that?
Because I don't know if they're attacking or
No,
maybe
I
they're
want to
from.
shoot the
Because
big
I
one.
haven't done my check to see if I know them
want
from
the
the
big
surrounding
one.
area. They could just be creatures that live in the forest in the surrounding area checking up on my moms.
Yeah.
I don't want to go and like fucking stab somebody and they'd be like, "Oh, Gary, my
Do me a favor.
bad."
Yeah.
Pull that troll off,
Yeah.
off the table.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I
It's
was
way
gonna
too
say,
fucking strong.
No.
No, I wanted to shoot him.
He's
Gary.
he's way too strong.
When I was
Okay.
looking at this spread, I was thinking this is not level 2.
No. The gnolls, yes. The troll, no.
No, trolls are like level 7.
So we scared
They're-
the troll
they're
out
CR5.
of reality.
Yeah.
So
Good job.
you would need to be.
Did you hear what he said? We scared the troll
Yes.
out of
Well, not we.
reality.
Paprika scared
He
the
just goes
troll out of
tearing off into
reality.
the forest.
She just looked at him and he just went like
He
very
trusted
cartoony.
he trusted a scared fart, but it imploded and like
He like just sucked into a black hole.
Oh my god, you guys.
Doctor Strange style.
like a mini explosion that like instantly sucks it.
All right. Above 20.
Wow.
23.
Wait,
I rolled a
what's my
nat 20.
initiative?
Holy shnikes.
There's an initiative.
It's
Oh,
top.
It's +2. Oh, okay. You actually. What is your initiative? Oh, never mind. It's a 0.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she hit a 20,
Unfortunately.
but she didn't.
I got an 18.
15 and above. Nemo,
16.
Venati,
18.
Paprika,
18.
10 and above.
10.
It's very even number, right in the middle.
Alright, so we got Amano, and then Amano, what's your dexterity? Or not Amano, sorry, Venati and Paprika, what are your dexterities?
0.
14.
Or 11 overall, sorry.
14.
Okay, so
But
there's
this is,
Amano.
did I gain anything when I leveled? Okay.
That's next level when you take an
Gotcha.
insight. Yeah.
No, it's level 4.
Level 4 when you take an insight. If you take an insight.
Let's get him!
Well,
I'm so eager.
we just.
Ready to kill.
Okay, so
Can I roll for that thing?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for that thing first.
We got 30 minutes of battle time just about, so let's do it.
And if we don't
what's
make
my
it-
modifier? Do I get a modifier on what am I checking? Insight, perception,
You wanted to
nature. I wanted to see if I knew any of them.
insight.
Insight. Oh, okay, 9. Better than a 5.
You think maybe you've seen them around, but you've never interacted with any of these
Okay.
people. And before we get into combat, everybody roll perception, please.
Yeah, where are my fucking moms?
Cool. Yeah, we had the same thing.
6. Or
Nat
Oh,
one.
do I have to re-roll it? I want to keep
Straight
it.
up nat 1.
Re-roll it. It bounced out. So I
Re-roll
should
it, please.
re-roll
Angry. I just wanted to know
Please
where
be
my
good still.
mommies are.
Oh, it's not bad.
4.
14.
6.
Venati,
7.
and you said 14.
Yes.
You're the only one who sees it.
So we rolled.
The one in the center with the armor on,
I have -1.
he's got on the back of his armor, he's got a big painted sigil, the Will of the Wisps.
Okay.
Time
Does
to
he
eat 'em.
point it out?
He would only be able to point it out to you two and Spira. I forgot to roll Spira's initiative.
Do you point it out?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
I'm
thaumaturgy.
angry.
Yeah, I think we immediately like.
What were they called? The Will of the Wisp?
The Will of the Wisps.
The will of the wisps!
Yes. And I get very emotional and I'm like, what? Oh.
All right.
It's baby.
Moving into initiative order. Amano, you're first. Paprika, you're on deck.
Okay.
All right. So how
You've got your bow out.
5 feet per
Yes.
square.
5 feet for 30.
So you move 6 squares.
So I can go 1, 2.
I don't think F&O is
Four.
gonna do one.
And I'm gonna take an action to shoot that guy with my bow.
Which one?
The one in front of
That guy? All right. Roll it.
Alright, it's attack bonus. So I roll 1d20, right?
Yep.
Ooh, nice. 18.
Hits.
Damn.
Alright, and then it's 1d8. Where are you? 1d8? This is it. Yes. And +3. Nice.
Love how guiding bolt can hit from like this side to that
Alright,
side.
Great.
so I shoot him for 9.
9 points.
Yep.
All right.
So, can I paint the scene on how I do this?
Absolutely.
So we're running up, and they're just about to get to them, and I almost use the momentum of the cart as it stops to jump off, to kind of jump all the way over there, and then I take out my bow and I shoot.
So you take out your bow, and as you let go, this is the surprise round, so they're not going to get to act this round. So you hear as it sinks into the kidney area
Nice.
of what would be the kidney area of a human, of the one holding the two-handed weapon
Yes.
there. And you made it. Okay. That was a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, cool.
Papreyka, you're up.
I want to hop
Venati,
off.
you're on deck.
I want to hop off. Dawn Strider.
As he's moving, or do you want to stop first?
Stop.
Okay.
I literally just reach around Venati and I pull on the reins
Okay.
to stop us. I hop off.
It's going to take 10 feet of your movement to hop off the horse.
No, I don't have to hide this ring anymore.
So good.
Okay, so I only have 20.
Mm. Actually, no. We'll just one square it takes off. So you have 5 squares to move. Because you stopped the horse first instead of jumping off.
Okay. Honestly, I don't know if I want to see if I can get around them, if I'm honest. Because I'd rather go... Because my moms are powerful fighters. You haven't made character sheets for them, have you?
Yes, I have.
You have? To the specifications of the baker and the city guard?
Yes, I have. All I need is their names.
Mama 1 and Mother...
Mama 1 and Mother.
I'll come up with them on
No,
my own.
I will come up with them. Excuse you. They're my mom.
Would you like the die to roll?
Yes.
The name
Yes,
die?
I would.
Maybe you should come. I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm like, if you want to.
Sorry, what are your siblings' names? Do you have those ready?
He does, actually.
No.
Because he gave control of them to me.
Yeah.
Ah,
But
that's-
no. I say touche to that. Touche. Yeah, touche, my brother.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Selena with an S
Is which one?
was my tall tiefling.
Tiefling?
It's Salina.
Selena. All right.
That was Selena.
Melody.
Ah,
My short one.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
The warrior's named Melody.
Okay.
I love that.
The Song of War.
Yeah, she's literally the trumpets of
Yes.
death.
That's perfect.
So I just really want to get as far as I can around them
Okay. So
without invoking attack of opportunity.
so you have to be at least 2 squares away from them.
Okay. Like, if they come at me, I'll swing, but, like, I'm just trying to get to my mom's ridge because I know that they're fighters, and that if I can alert them... Well, can I just yell? How loud would I have to yell to alert my mothers in this house?
Probably pretty loud over the snarling of Gnolls.
Can I run and then yell, so I'm closer.
Sure.
Does that give it at least a? Does that
Where you
lower
running
the?
to?
5 spaces, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can go diagonal, so you can go.
I just don't want to be that close.
Can she
I don't wanna give
attack
them
and
attack
then
options.
yell?
She can do both.
Okay.
I'm not gonna attack these until they attack me. Just because like
they seem familiar.
That's her style.
Okay. Cool.
they're familiar, and I really don't want to have to kill somebody again.
Roll a
especially
Constitution
so
saving.
soon.
Roll a Constitution check to yell.
Okay. Don't fail me now.
Come on, babies.
Huh?
That's your action, right? Constitution.
Is that an
Yeah.
action?
No, it's you're yelling. It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Constitution. Sorry.
To the 20, bring one out.
Nat 20.
Ah.
Call it.
Wow.
You're fucking magical.
I
Dude.
gotta
You
get
literally
lucky.
said
He-
it. You
he
spoke it
is.
into existence.
He's
So
the
Nat
cleric.
20.
He's cleric.
Be my
True cleric.
mom's.
That is not the right sound.
Give me
1 second.
I just need a battle sound.
I know that's what I'm trying to find.
Mothers. Mothers.
Ew, ew.
Mothers.
Mom 1 and Mom 2, please come outside.
She never really
White
called them
Toyota
by their
sedan is
names.
being
Has
towed.
left the lights on. The battery will die soon.
You guys know what I'm saying, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
she never called her moms by name.
No.
Like, it's mom and mama. Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
So you
You're
yell out. What are you saying when you yell?
just yelling mom, because I know they'll both respond to that, and they know my voice.
And do you like demonic shout it, or
Well,
do you like
obviously,
just
if
squeal?
I'm having to yell over the sound of growling gnolls, then when they hear me scream, they must also be hearing the sounds of growling gnolls. That is what I'm going to assume if I have to yell to be heard over them.
But
What is
also,
it? Chainsaw! I don't understand that.
My changeling mom is like, I was just cutting cake.
who's hurting my
She-
baby?
No, she comes over with a
Okay.
chainsaw. Oh, I was just cutting cake. What do you need, dearie?
Oh yeah, because she's the sweet one.
Yeah.
There we go.
Then
like,
the,
she's
the
not
little one pops
badass.
over her
And
and
that's
grabs
why
it.
they
It's like,
haven't. They didn't hear it because she was using a chainsaw to cut a fucking cake.
Perfect.
That's why they didn't hear the Gnolls.
It's true.
It's a ye old
Because
chainsaw.
Melanie
so
was
it's even
just
louder.
reading her newspaper as her loving wife cut the daily cake with a chainsaw as
It's a
usual.
It's a fruit cake. You kind of need
She's
it.
cutting into brownies. They're, those brownies are tough to cut through,
Oh yeah,
especially after they've cooled.
because they tough mama brownies.
Tough mama,
Tough mama brownies.
tough mama brownies.
Mama
You're
I,
tough,
I found a
Mama.
sound set called Gnoll Battle. Give me a second.
Ooh,
More chainsaw.
Jesus Christ.
more chainsaw.
You're like pew,
That's
pew,
so
pew,
much
pew, like
Um,
space lasers.
So while that's downloading, what you hear is
They got nat 20s.
What level are my moms?
you don't get to know that.
That's Nemo. The laugh.
Battle time.
Ready?
What you hear is
Boom.
Papreyka
Yeah.
from inside the house, and that's all you get. You have another attack, or you can pass your turn.
I will. I can't move anymore, can I?
No, you've used all your movement.
Use dash.
I think she had one more. Oh
No.
no, you moved to the left and went
Yeah.
down.
You can use your action as dash and move another 30 feet. Or yeah.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's.
If you forfeit your action for dash.
Right. You can forfeit your attack if you want to move another 30 feet.
That's not giving them attack opportunities.
You need to stay out of their square.
What's the null that I shot? What would you label him as?
That's a direct
Is that
shot.
null one, or is he null?
I have it
two.
labeled as two-hand Gnoll. He's the only one holding his weapon in two hands.
So combat.
Quick question. Can I do combat while riding a horse yet, or is that a skill I have to develop?
That's a skill you have to get later.
I will have to dismount.
Okay, I have moved. That is
Alright.
my turn. I pass.
Technically do it, you just do it with this
Disadvantage, yeah.
And you really don't want this.
I really don't.
So Venati, you're up. Nemo, you're on deck.
Alright.
Okay, well, first I will dismount my horse.
Okay.
And second, how much movement do I have after that? / can I attack this turn?
What's your movement? What's your speed?
My speed is 30.
30. All right. So you get 25. You get 5 more squares, and then you get to attack.
Okay, I do have my javelin at the ready, so
Yeah.
I will want to throw my javelin. Is the injured one still alive?
The one that he shot?
Yes.
Yes.
Should I finish him off? So I triumphantly ready my javelin as I start to sprint forward.
Oh, before you do that,
Yes.
really quick, when she shouted, all the gnolls turned to face her.
Oh.
Should we turn them?
Yes, please.
So fucking what? My mom is just
Which one is
I love
injured?
how this one's already this one.
Does that one turn?
And he's the
towards her,
closest
or
one
does
to
it
you.
Turn towards the guy who shot him.
They all turned toward her. They're not very smart, so it would probably assume that, for whatever reason, she's the one that hit him. He doesn't know that he's got an arrow sticking out of his back. All he knows is there's a sharp fucking pain right there.
He's like, ow.
Okay. Does he seem vitally injured? Like, could I finish him off? Yeah.
I can't tell you that.
Okay, I'm not allowed to know that.
Yeah.
Then I think I'll choose to protect B, because that's what I would do in this situation.
So
So I'm going to javelin the monster closest to B, and I'm going to triumphantly state.
Do you want to move at all? Oh, I
Well,
guess you can move
I-
afterwards if
yeah,
you want
I'll
to.
move the distance I need to move to javelin him.
What's the
Because
distance
I-
of the javelin?
The distance, yes.
So she could probably hit him.
So you need
I don't have to move that
You
far.
could
to
probably
get it.
hit him.
Yeah.
You want to move
Isaac, can she hit? Okay.
And then you have
1,
two.
2, 3. You
can
can move
definitely
2 more
hit her.
squares.
You can move next to B and throw it.
You
from
can
there.
move closer to B and move.
Yeah, you can go 1 more. 2,
You want to do that?
If you want to.
Corbin, Katie, do you want to go there, or do you want to be a little behind B, or a little?
I want to be a little behind B. I'm basically getting ready to protect her if she needs me because.
This
So
is
go.
closest you can go.
Yes.
Okay.
So I triumphantly state, I'm like, you have donned your last day, and I am the knight that's bringing you to rest.
Hucking her spear.
Like, I'm being a
so
full-on
good.
hero right now.
Oh.
And by the way, knight applies to the fact that 1, I'm a knight, and 2, I'm a complex where I'm the moon, so it's actually very, very insightful and creative.
Or you're Batman.
And I'm Batman.
No, I'm the knight.
So I have to roll. And I would also like to use my 1d4 inspo on this
There you go.
throw. I am trying to be like mega
Roll both
hero
at the
right
same
now.
time, please.
Yes, sir.
That's
Both 5s.
those are
Those are both
D6s.
D6s.
Sorry.
You need a D20
D
And
and a
D4.
D4.
You see, I was so focused on my like cool moment that I'm like, I don't care what even happens after this, even if I fumble.
A D20 and a D4. Ooh.
6 and a 4. The 20 is
10
a
plus your attack bonus.
my attack
Should be listed next to your javelin in your
plus
equipment.
6.
16 hits.
Wow.
Roll damage. I think it's a D6 plus 4 plus your strength bonus. I think it should say
on
next
your
to the
page.
javelin.
D6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Yes.
Plus
No.
No, just
that's
plus,
it.
plus
Okay.
4.
2.
6.
Let's see.
He's looking pretty hurt.
Yeah. Cool.
Nemo, you're up. Oren, you're on
I was
deck.
more nervous for the rolls afterwards
you take
because
the
the whole
dismount?
prep was cool that I was like, if I don't nail this,
you
you're
were
just
on the
gonna have
wagon,
like
right?
a mono moment.
I'm at the front.
Okay. If you want to just hop off,
didn't
like
even
like
hear me.
step off, it's it's 5 feet of
I said I
movement.
was so nervous
If you
for
want
my
to
rolls
use the momentum of the cart
because
stopping
if I
like a
ended
mono
up
did,
rolling
it's
poorly,
10.
I would have had a mono
But you
moment
get
where
3
I,
squares of
I was
movement.
about to do something cool and I totally failed it.
So I'd go here,
Yeah.
and then.
But it would only cost 2 of your steps.
Cool. Then I'll do that. I
You started
jump.
calling it a monoboat.
Okay.
The-
Teasing you for it whenever it happens.
Do I have to make any rolls for that?
No.
Cool. I still have 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to engage my dash feature. Go 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Shield of faith or shield to face?
Shield to face.
Because that is
He's not
viable.
within range to do shield to face.
Damn.
That was funny.
It was.
I
It was
wanted
fun.
it.
That was
I had it
good.
for
That was
you.
really good.
And I wanted it to happen.
All right, Oren, you're up. Spira is on deck.
I'm gonna move my 5 feet forward, please.
Just 5?
Yep, 1.
There?
No, sorry, 25 feet.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on what looks like the ringleader.
Okay. What is it again? How do you? What is it? It's a.
It is
Make a range spell attack against target. On hit. Oh, so I just roll and then it's 4d6. I
Yeah.
roll the hit and then.
Is it roll to hit or is it a
Yeah,
save
flash
throw?
of light streaks through
Middle.
within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
And then my spell attack is +4, so 13.
Total.
Yeah.
Did you want to use your inspiration?
Yes, please.
Roll a d4.
This is definitely the one.
Sorry,
I
I have a
want to
quick.
use it on.
I have a quick question.
Oh,
Attack
fine.
bonus goes towards your roll to hit, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't go towards damage.
That's
Correct.
what
The
that
plus
number
3
is.
goes towards damage. That's what I thought. I was just making sure.
14.
Hits.
Ooh.
So,
Because he's not wielding a shield.
Yeah.
so this will be.
Me and Nemo are like,
4d6
should have had a
damage.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, guiding bolt.
21 right now.
Level 1
My
spell.
AC is 21.
Huh?
Level 1 spell.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Let's
Did
go.
my AC not go up? Did our ACs not go
15.
up?
I took a defensive fighting
Total?
style.
15
And
total.
I
15
also
total?
cast Shield of Faith, so that's a
I mean,
plus
do I have a
40.
modifier or like +4 on these?
It should say by the spell. So what is it? Can I see this for a second?
Yeah. It just says 4d6.
Then there's no bonus on it.
Cool.
And this is lead Gnoll. You said how much? 15?
15.
He's hurting. As you cast from your left hand, right?
Yep.
So,
Launch it up into the air over everyone in the line. And
so
try
you
and
see this
spear
little
down
gnome
at
kind
him.
of goes, whoosh, and the thing, whoo.
Freaking hammer throws a
Hard
lightning
or
bolt
down.
into a person.
Oh, and the next attack against
It's on fire.
gains
Oh,
advantage.
nice.
The one in the
Wait,
center.
next attack against him gains advantage.
Yeah,
Because
I heard
he's
that.
blinded. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Speaking of the next attack against it, Spira is going to move her 40 feet forward, please.
Oh my gosh. So
One,
1,
two,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
5,
8.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah. 5.
She's going to slide into a stance, pull her hands back as a ball of fire appears
Oh
between
my
them.
god.
She's
I
a
will
fireball?
summon her.
It's not a fireball, it's a firebolt.
So it won't
I look
hurt.
over, I'm like, why does it sound so?
Holy shit. That's a natural 20.
Ah, she gonna hit.
And it's on advantage, so it doesn't even matter.
Was she
hit?
aiming for that one?
No, she's actually aiming for the one that you guys.
Two-hand null?
This
Yeah,
one.
that one.
Wait,
And-
Katie didn't hit the two-hand null, though. She hit the
Or then the one that
the
you
one that I hit.
She's
Yes.
hitting this one.
Yeah.
She just slides into place and
Wow.
whoosh and incinerates the fucking knoll.
He's done.
I just turned to the side and I'm like, wowzers.
You're just trying to like not get
I am
like,
also
Yeah.
very impressed.
I'm trying not to fall to my knees right now. I'm like,
You're
Did my arrow
god,
survive?
baby.
I'm gonna roll a
Oh,
sanity
okay.
check for that.
Sanity check.
fire.
Because she did
Roll
20.
it.
Because fire. I go insane.
Yes!
So I'm just gonna roll.
So
to see I
what? So
do
what that means
actually.
is your next attack has advantage, but the next attack against you also has advantage.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
I'm
So
excited for this.
It's not.
This is gonna
top
be
of the
perfect.
order,
We have
Amano.
11
Me,
minutes.
Katie, and
Your
Gordon.
turn.
We have 11 minutes.
I know, Amano.
Amano,
It is your
yes.
turn.
Right.
And Mother Melody is on deck.
My mom.
Ooh. All right. So I'm going to. I have 30 speed, which means I can move how many feet?
Six.
Six. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just stay here.
Okay.
I'll stay a good amount away from him, and I will put another run up to closer to that guy, whoever that guy is, and then I will
I'm calling
put
him
another
Fat Knoll.
arrow, Fat Null, and I'm pulling another arrow. As I run up, I just pull into the and
Okay.
then 20.
Nat
Wow.
We are destroying this.
So
now.
27.
You
just
double
to be
your-
precise.
So roll damage and double it.
So the
Oh
bow
my
is.
gosh, I'm so
You're
happy.
having a moment.
Where's your longbow? So it's
Yes.
1d8.
So 1d8.
Plus your
that's
dex
this one,
bonus.
Yeah, that's that one.
It's fucking token
So,
shit, you
Plus
guys.
3.
So 7, so 14.
14.
So you kind of, again, you also, inspired by this lady, run up,
Yes.
pull your arrow, and just, hit the other Gnoll in the chest. And fat Gnoll, right in his man titty. He kind of staggers back 5 feet, please.
Okay, Amano has to say something cool after that. I'm not gonna lie. I want to hear some more battle lines, guys.
I'm just too busy crying for my mom.
She's in a state, so it's okay.
you'll
It's
get
okay.
that.
She has a pass.
Yes, you're fucking crazy now.
The great Jakku be with me.
There you go.
Cool.
Okay. So out of the front, you see. So after that, out of the front door, you see this Mother Melody.
Which one?
The smaller one.
They're both the same
Melody
height.
is the
Warrior.
Yeah.
The swordy one? Okay.
Runs out to the Gnoll with the bow and arrow.
How far?
She
Nice.
apparently
Right up to
She
it.
just goes.
does a flip on her way there.
And just. And it's gonna make 2 attacks against it.
You
Oh
hear
my
the
gosh,
Dragon Ball
wait.
like teleport like right behind. What the?
I'm not surprised. I've seen my mother like attack training dummies when they were.
So she
taking
runs
something
up behind it and takes both of her swords and just.
I love it.
And then
And lifts it above her. Okay.
splits it in half.
Yes.
Oh, so he did?
Yeah, he did.
down. That's my mama. I'm like, hey guys, look, that's my mom.
Maybe where you get
Um,
your demons from.
Paprika, you're up. Gnolls are on deck.
Okay, I'm going to seeing my mom. That at least one of my mothers is okay. I am slightly relieved. I'm not so intent on just getting to the house now. I'm going to take a step this way and glaive that bitch.
Okay, roll it.
Okay.
And you hit the one with the battle axe, right, Fanati?
Yes.
Do you remember how much damage you did? I didn't write it down.
12.
Oh no.
You want to use your inspiration
I
die?
don't think Katie rolled damage.
Did I not roll?
Yeah, you did. It was 6.
It was 6.
Because you rolled a d6.
Yeah,
I
it
put
was
it. I
six.
put it on the wrong person. It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, you said you put it on.
Okay, 15.
Perfect.
I was gonna cry if I used that for nothing.
Roll damage.
Nose.
It's a D10 plus your strength.
Plus 2 slashing damage. I know what 10 looks like.
I forget all the time which one is what.
I know, but I
That's why I have them on their max numbers.
8.
8.
It's good.
So you, how do you do it? So you take another step forward and you just.
And I
I
bring it up
Is it 10?
from where it was at my
110.
side, like held down. Like the point was down, I bring it up, grab it, and then
All right. So you swing it over your head and then come straight down across.
it's like, but it's fancy. Like I pull it up, I do a swish move, and then I.
It's looking hurt, and you get it right across the chest. Leaves a nice deep gap because it's not wearing any armor. Well, it's not wearing metal armor. It's wearing leather armor. It cuts right through, and it staggers back, but doesn't move. Doesn't move a square. But it turns to you and is like, "All right, Gnolls are up.
At least there's only 3 of them.
Battle Axe Gnoll is up first. He's gonna take one big step forward,
Just one big voice. Oh my god, that height difference.
and he's gonna
Holy
swing
crikey.
his battle axe at you.
Can't, I'm dead.
What's your AC?
No, I'm dead.
Oh, you're dead.
13.
He hits.
No, I'm dead.
No, yeah.
At least I get to see my mom one more time before I get fucking obliterated.
No,
But
she's not
I am
gonna
close
stand
to
for
you and I
that,
do a
though.
lay on hands, so if you make it through.
And your mom is pretty close to him too. So
8
she-
points of slashing damage.
Oh, dang.
That's half your health.
You have your full health, by the way, because we've rested and not done anything. So
She's 7.
Aw.
I'll lay on
I'd
hands on
start
the
healing, but I don't think I would.
And then
No.
lead Gnoll in the center is gonna run at you.
Good. I don't have to move now.
yeah, you're
As
just
a warrior, that is a good thing.
Natural 20.
Bullshit.
ouch.
Damn.
Who am I
used
gonna
Shield
run
of
to
Faith
heal?
For nothing. Wait, what, does he have any never mind.
14 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
So he runs up and he knocks your shield away and brings the axe. He knocks your shield away, brings the axe around and down straight across your chest.
Ew. Just ew. They're good.
It has ripped through your chainmail.
I
then
understand your pain. I shall kill him.
Fat
with you.
Gnoll is going to take 3 steps forward, 3 squares forward, and throw his great axe overhand at Amano.
Damn.
What's your AC?
14.
He hits.
Is that plus anything?
No.
No.
Oh wait. Oh wait, never mind.
Of course, the only one that rolls a natural 20 is the one that I have a 21 AC on.
Yeah.
Yum.
Even with the 20, he matched it.
Yeah.
He only matched it. So he needed a natural 20 to hit you. That's going to be 6 points of slashing damage against you, Amano.
Hits me like.
So he
digs
he
in my shoulder.
No, he throws it,
Oh,
and it
cool.
kind of just skims across your arm.
Now he doesn't have a weapon.
So what would you say again?
Is that true?
How much points
He,
of damage?
he has no great axe, but then he reaches behind and pulls a short sword out.
Okay.
6. You said
6 damage, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Mama Selena is up,
Mother.
and all you see is there's this.
Oh, the new one.
No, she stayed in the house. What you see, because she's a druid, you see a little flash of light come out of an open window, and it go toward the lead Gnoll.
She's not a battle person.
No, but she has spells.
But she's
Yes.
sniping.
Just like I have spells.
From
and
the
I'm not a
window,
battle
she's going-
person.
And what you see is it's a little thin string of flame, and then the lead one bursts into flame
Yeah.
and
Did he
takes. Hold on, he might die.
Stu might too.
I was
He
gonna
does
hit it
die.
back.
Oh my gosh.
I
Takes-
wanted to kill it. It just took away all of my health. I need revenge.
It's alright. You can kill his friends.
Yeah, please kill this one.
She looks over at you and goes, "Are you okay?" You see her through the window.
I'm just seething at this point, staring at the Will of the Wisp sigil.
Bonus action, she's going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Ooh.
Okay, how much?
I'm dying.
I have 6.
You get 8 points back.
I'm like, from the other side, I'm like, Mom.
She can't see you.
And I have 6 HP.
Technically, I
He was
had
probably
7.
rolling to see if she
8,
would
you
do
say?
anything during this.
You get an 8 back, yeah.
She could see me from that window. Don't be lying.
Venati, you're up. Nemo, you're on deck.
Oh, sorry. I
Phenomenal.
forgot my name for a second. I was like, yeah, Venati.
You're right. You're good.
Alright, so I'm going to finish off the closest enemy.
With,
Hopefully.
are you going to draw your
you gonna
sword, or are you going to
go-
pull another javelin?
I'm just
out?
gonna keep the javelin
Gonna throw it?
style
Throw it.
going.
So you're going to
so-
pull out another javelin from your pack.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'm going to
Roll the attack.
rear back and get ready to throw another spear. And let's see how this goes. 10,
Plus,
6 attack bonus. Wait,
yeah, plus 6 attack bonus.
yes, plus
You
6.
Sorry.
We're gonna finish up at 7.
What's up? Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, it's 7.
We're almost done.
Okay, so and then I've got to roll a 1d6, right?
Yep.
That's 5. And
Plus-
plus 4 piercing.
So plus what?
9.
So total 9 damage?
She said plus 4 piercing.
Oh, plus 4 piercing. Okay. So, minus 9. Yeah, that one's dead. So you rear back and throw it, and it just kind of sticks through its head,
And he goes.
and it falls
I
back.
get blood splatter on me.
Roll out even.
Oh.
Even.
No.
Darn.
As the spear goes through his head, she says, "Good night."
Nemo, you're up. Orin, you're on deck.
So I'm going to charge over. A little clarification. You said my new shield makes it so I have a free hand, right?
What do you mean?
Because you said the shield I got from my shipmates.
Oh, so are you wielding just that, or are you wielding your buckler and it on the other hand? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
So you have your buckler,
Yeah.
right? Are you holding your buckler and have it on the other hand? Because I said you would get +1 to your AC and could hold your sword while you have it on.
Oh, I thought you meant like it replaced my shield.
No, you can wear both if you want to, or you can have just one. Doesn't matter to me.
If I wore just the one, do I still get my normal shield bonus?
Yes.
Okay.
But you don't get the additional +1.
Oh, I didn't even add the additional +1.
Okay.
So, I'm using the single-handed or the shield, the one that makes
The
my
knuckle.
hand free, the knuckle, so I can hold my sword in 2 hands. And I'm going to use my inspiration. Nope, guess not. Fuck me, I guess.
What is it?
It's a 7.
What is that?
Unfortunately, it seems like he's got a little bit thicker armor on his back, so you do kind of dig your sword in, but it doesn't cut through.
It hits him though.
Just because you miss AC doesn't mean the attack actually misses.
Okay,
It just doesn't do any damage. But you did draw his aggro.
But I hit him so I can cast Thunderous Strike.
Yes. Yes,
I'm
you can.
going to cast Thunderous Strike as a bonus action.
Yes. Cool.
He needs to do a strength save.
What's the DC for it? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a 1.
And he takes 11 points of damage and is knocked 10 feet away.
Holy shit! It doesn't matter because okay. So
So he hits,
I
and
pretty
it's like,
much
how do you want to do this?
So I run up and I hit him and it doesn't break the armor, but I kind of smirk and he just gets shot into the fucking night sky.
No, I mean yes, sort of, but he goes in pieces.
Yeah.
You're like, rest in pieces. Sorry, night
Like,
banter is definitely
I
going
just
to be part of my character.
imagined like you almost didn't know you had that move, and then like awakening of lineage
Yeah,
from a long
well, it's-
time
it's
ago
a,
fuels you, and you go.
Alright, guys.
It's a paladin spell. So pretty much my god imbues me with their strength, and I run up and I hit him, and then it takes a second, and
then your eyes light up, and then
Yeah. So
boom. Heck yeah.
congratulations, first of all, on that combat. You guys did really well with that. Totally unexpected combat, but that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Perfect.
What we're going to end with is both of your mothers running up and wrapping you in a big hug.
Oh, good fucking shit.
And
I
your
need somebody to draw
Mother combat.
that.
and Mother Selena is going to cast Greater Cure Wounds on you.
Okay, so
You go to max HP.
back to 15. Wow.
All right, let me turn this camera back around.
I'm just gonna top off my hit points myself, I guess, with lay on hands.
Well, you're probably gonna take a rest here at this house. So
Never mind.
I had to
My hair
roll
up is
to
like
see
the
if I
first
actually
thing.
shot out the fire.
Like,
'cause
I
I was
didn't
shooting
get it.
ether.
It's
So if the guy actually died, I was gonna shoot fire in the area of Nemo.
I doubled
Ah.
my hit points last time, so
But I
this
did-
time I got
You
it.
know
And I
what
was
I
like,
love
I
about
can
Protect
do
myself.
Hair
Good,
like
good.
this.
Okay.
Even though I
Alright.
just took my hair tie out. Still.
Can I? Is it on armor or was it painted on his back?
What?
The symbol.
So good though.
it was on armor.
I'm going to take the piece of armor.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just going to.
The ponytail was hard to my head. We are ready.
It's time.
Time for nap. Really, post-battle look. This is actually what we look like after battle. Our hair is like in a giant mess after being up.
Papreyka already has frizzy hair, so she's just like.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 3
Yes.
of Taking the Initiative. Sorry we had to end it there. It was a totally unexpected combat, totally determined by dice rolls. I had a random encounter sheet that I that I rolled on, and what do you know, Gnolls?
Gnolls.
Gnolls.
So
It made your plan null.
thank you for joining us. We really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you again to everybody who is part of our Patreon and who's donated to the stream. And a party wizard, thank you very much for your follow.
Party wizard. I know who that
Welcome to the party.
We really appreciate everybody who's been here and will continue to be here. And that's it from us for this week. So, everybody, say goodbye.
Bye.
See you next time.